know say some people don't turn the thing to another thing. When they give them, it comes killing some people. They call them ESN and IPOB. All these ones are evil men. We no fall at all. I beg. The ear, where they hear, is no big like Nama ear or elephant ear. The seat at home, we don't pause them. As our own Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Hamadike one, they thank everybody for joining hands. We say make him bless you now. This message, they come from the indigenous people of Biafra. Anybody where we catch, where we see, they intimidate people, they harass people, they do anything. Say na Monday sit at home, na IPOB they do. If we catch you, we go tell you say, not be only hot water, they kill tortoise. You get so many things where they kill tortoise. Here and now, because I know say, una be wise people. To be forewarned, not to be forearmed.
All right, thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. My name is Mazi Nnamdi. I have a few announcements to make before we proceed into today's program in full. All right, this is a memo from the indigenous people of Biafra, from the head of the Directorate of State. I'll read it out in its entirety, exactly the way it is written. It says, the indigenous people of Biafra worldwide, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, through the Directorate of State, wish to commend once again the great Biafran people for the sacrifices they are all making in our struggle for freedom. It is imperative for us all to bear in mind that these sacrifices which we make today will guarantee a life of dignity and honor for our children and for our unborn generations. Is in a free society and independent Biafran nation. This is directly coming from signed by Mazi Nnamdi, so I'm reading them exactly the way it is written. Having rejected Nigeria and all that it represents, every green flag of our oppressor mounted in any part of Biafra land must be brought down and removed from all public and private places. All organizations, companies, institutions of higher learning, schools, government premises, and secretariats, houses, hotels, churches, premises, cars, etc., operating in Biafra land territory should take note. We don't fly no flag of Nigeria in Biafra land. The forceful inclusion of the indigenous people of Biafra into the evil construct has brought nothing but suffering, tears, and death to our people. And this generation has decided to make whatever sacrifice is necessary to emancipate our land, ensure that our children and all not suffer the same fate that our fathers suffered, and which we, their children, are suffering today. In this regard, therefore, having rejected Nigeria, we have equally rejected anything that will remind us of our service condition in that contraption. We therefore say no more Nigeria Independence Day celebration in the hallowed land of rising sun. October 1st, which is our oppressor's Independence Day, is declared a sit-at-home in Biafra land. We shall, on this date, unanimously tell the Nigerian establishment that they are saboteur agents in our midst, that Biafra land belongs to the indigenous people of Biafra. The owners of the lands, the indigenous people of Biafra, they own the Biafra land, and that's where they belong. You don't need any Nigerian flag there. Of this date and day, all institutions of learning, primary, secondary, and higher institutions, offices, banks, markets, all places of business and places of worship shall be closed. and all public transportation, and vehicular movements shall not operate except emergency vehicles such as ambulances and fire service vehicles. Great Biafrans, we must be vigilant as not to allow the enemy to dictate our agenda, and we must be at alert as not to permit any form of distraction from our immediate short-term objective, which is to explore all venues and deploy every arsenal of our disposal to guarantee that the safety of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and secure his unconditional release from illegal incarceration by the Nigerian government. October 1st, we must observe a total lockdown. No hand to move. Nothing will move in Biafra land on that day. The Directorate of State of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, hereby reiterate and reaffirm our unwavering commitment to the struggle for the emancipation of the Biafran people from the oppressive and dehumanizing conditions imposed upon us by reason of our forceful inclusion in the evil construct called the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. It is signed by Mazi Nnamdi, Head of Directorate of State of the Indigenous People of Biafra. This is very clear. I am reading this exactly the way it is written. October 1st is sit at home. However, congratulations to the people of Amazonia. They are celebrating their independence on the 1st of October. We felicitate with you. We love you. You are the same thing with us. But unfortunately, there will be no movement in our land on that day. We're going to sit at home to make sure that the children don't go out there in the sun and be beaten by the sun that was beating our parents and beating up to us, that we have not seen anything, no change, nothing. So October 1st, sit at home. Complete lockdown of Biafra land. That day there will be no movement. This announcement came from the Indigenous People of Biafra, Head of Directorate, signed it, Chika Edoziem. So it's an order. It's something that we have to follow. Whatever we are told to do, that's what we do. So make sure that you take part in it. Another memo that came up also yesterday, now this one says the 27th day of September 2021. It says here, the Directorate of State of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB worldwide, hereby announce the appointment of the following persons into the accompanying position of service listed under their names. I don't know if I'm made to read this to the public, but anyway, I'll read it. I already said memo that came to me, so we'll take care of it. Okay, the names are Mazi Simon Enyinaya Ememadu is hereby appointed the new IPOB regional coordinator for the USA Central Zone. All states in this zone report to him directly. His name is Samson Enyinaya Ememadu. Is now appointed the IPOB regional coordinator for the United States Central Zone. And the next person is Pastor Felix Chijoke Uguacho is hereby appointed the new IPOB coordinator for the state of Texas, United States of America, USA. Pastor Felix Chijoke Uguacho is the next coordinator for the zone of Texas. He's been appointed. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is appointed the new provincial coordinator for IPOB Ontario, Canada. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is appointed the new provincial coordinator for IPOB Ontario, Canada. Now it further goes to say that these appointments take immediate effect All IPOB principal officers and family members in the area concerned are hereby directed to accord the new officers all support and assistance as they exercise their functions and discharge their duties as regional coordinators, provincial coordinator and state coordinator respectively. All former principal officers should hand over all IPOB properties in their custody to the new officers. It is signed by Chika Edoziem, the head of the Directorate of State, Indigenous People of Biafra. That's the end of the announcement, the one that I'm reading on the memo. I have other announcements, I have other information that we need to look into this morning. I am going to tackle all of them because I know that as soon as I open up the line, you guys will be talking non-stop, and we need to make these announcements before I allow you to call. So this is Radio Biafra. We're broadcasting live from New York City under the auspices of mother station, Radio Biafra London. Our leader's name, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is his name, and we have heard everything that has been said. October 1st is going to be a complete lockdown. Nobody's going anywhere. We're going to sit in our homes, and we're not going to observe no damn, if I might use that word, no damn 1st of October. It doesn't mean anything to us anymore. We are independent country. We are telling them that our land belongs to us, and there is nothing anybody can do to stop us. Nobody can change that. October 1st, sit at home. Nobody's coming out. That is the truth. And then I've not received a memo in reference to the next court date. That court date, from that court date, if our leader is not brought out to court, there's going to be a perpetual lockdown in Biafra land. I'm telling you that. I know the memo will come in, and I'll read it out exactly the way it is written for you to understand that. We are not joking. We are not playing at all. All right, let's take more announcements.
All hands on deck. All hands on deck. All hands on deck. Brothers and sisters, don't be left out for this open information where all Biafran women worldwide and their gallant men they come together. All Biafrans and lovers of freedom worldwide to schedule some meeting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu absolute freedom and definite plans to restore Biafra. This one no be small one, no. Yes, so I beg my people, Papa, Mama, brother, sister, let's be looking into this Zoom meeting on the 16th of October 2021 at 2 p.m. Eastern Time or 4 p.m. Biafra time. The Zoom ID for this meeting is 82 52 82 57 47 9. I repeat, 82 52 82 57 47 9. The Zoom passcode now 806813. I repeat, Zoom passcode now 806813. I beg my Biafra people, if we not miss out for this one, this struggle will continue until Biafra is restored and our freedom is given to us. For more information, make you contact Mrs. Bridget Okafor for 2157 1577 09 or Reverend Father Augustine Odemegwa on 9173 0697 86 or Big Uncle Maxwell David on 97 87 28 83 26. You can still contact Broben Wanko on 51 36 16 14 12 or Madam Rosemary Williams on 61 93 81 85 79 or Lady Azuka Chas Wanko on 80 19 28 46 29. Contact Mazi Abarakwe on 6462 365246. Contact Madam Beatrice Okezie on 3475 1779 34. Contact Mazi Uche on 3096 441888 or contact Madam Adamnaya Onwude on 71 33 85 2240 or contact the Ndidi Egemono on 9048594687. You can also contact Mrs. Christiana Do on 4439-8374-93. I beg my Biafra country people, make we come together, keep mouth to put for this matter on this Zoom talk, because the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not the freedom of all Biafra. We don't start and we must continue. No going back, because Biafra must be free and the world must hail Biafra.
Original people of Biafra, the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Not to
onye tiri biko ya zere o ije n'ụwa na-atụzi m ụjọ agbọ mkpụrụ n'ụzọ eyi enu m eke ọ bụrụ onye ka mụ ga ka ọ sabara maka ihe m hụrụ na-agba m anya mmiri ụmụ ụwa ga-enu m ntị n'olu ajụjụ onye ka mụ jiri bịa o onye ka ị na-eso n'azụ onye na-eso n'akadebe onye na-achụ ma ihe na-achụ ya onye na-amasị ma mmadụ ebe ọzọ ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya ebe onye ọsọ ndụ onye ije ga-eruo onye ruru ọma ịracha emerie na mmadụ na-eme akara aka niile abụrụ ofu oke tolo ngwere ma mmiri ọkpọchanụ ngwere ọ ga-akọkọ oke nwanụbanụ ukwuji eji otu pụla na-akwụba agụ ya onye anya ukwu ka ndị wayo na-ekwu iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya mana onye na-enye gị ndụmọdụ mana onye na-anụla okwu okenye bụkwa ihe dị mma isi agba bụ oge amamihe onye nzuzu na-achị isi awọ onye iberibe na-akakụ nka ndụmọdụ idụla onwe gị ka mma ọrụ ụdị enyi na-eme ọtụtụ ọyị bụ ọtụtụ nrapụ gwangụdu is better than 10 ka amarije ọkụ ọdachi ụzọ ka mbụrụ ọnụ ụzọ na iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya onye ka ị na-eso n'azụ onye na-eso n'akadebe onye na-achị ma ihe na-achụ ya onye na-agbasị ma mmadụ ebe ọzọ ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya ebe onye ọsọ ndụ onye ije ga-eruo onye ruru ọma ịracha onye na-eto maka na ọ bụ odogwu ịma ihe o ji bụrụ odogwu ịma ihe na-akpụrụ odogwu egwu ị ga-agba ngwa egwu ọ na-agba na-atụo ebuo gidodogwu na-ebuo ịma ya ulu ileti oke ọchịchọ ka mmadụ ji anwụchu nkechi nyere onye ya dị ya afọ iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya ebe onye ọsọ lụrụ onye ije ga-eruo onye zuru ọma
Mari, John, you saw rebels cross.
onye na-emenye ajisi ike oge aka ọ dị ndụ ọ ga-adị mma ijiri eji ga-eforere onye achụ n'ụwa n'ike ịchụbakwa ihe ịchụtara iburu
onye mgbara egbe
onye ndidi bụ ya
onye mgburu mmụrụ onye mgbara ụta ọsọsọ ozi ọma Chineke si mgbasa n'igwe okwu ka m na-agbasa kezie ka o si metụta unu. Ọ bụ gịnị mere unu a na-asị ka akpọta Nnamdi Kanu ka egbuo ya ọha na eze na ndị gọvanọ? Ọkwa na gịnị mere ndị herdsmen na-egbusi ndị mmadụ n'ugwu Awụsa ndị gọvanọ ha n'ugwu Awụsa kpọgbe ka abịa gbusie ha? Ị nụrụ n'ugo na onye na-achị ugwu Awụsa gọvanọ pụtara sị ka egbusie ndị herdsmen? Unu n'ugo na onye Yoruba pụtara sị ka egbusie ndị OPC? Ọ bụ na sọsọ ndị Igbo n'ihi na unu na-agba leka kunu ga-agbara ndị Fulani odibo. Onye pụtara sị ka agbara Fulani odibo, onye nsị na nwa agbọghọ Nnamdi Kanu aga ma agbara Fulani odibo. Ha nwere ha kwụsị gbara mụ odibo. Ọ ihe na-esere mụ na ha gaa n'ugwu Awụsa ndị ha na-akpọrọ isi n'ala na-ajụ ha unu n'ebe a Nnamdi Kanu ọ pụtakwa n'ụbọchị one unu hapịa ọ na-akpagharị ebe niile ego na ga-enyekwa ya ọzọ. Onye ahụ otiri mkpu bịa ọ gaa na BBC Igbo na-akọrọ ha aka na-esokwa ya aka gị ọkwa ọgwụ ogo nwa onye isi nche na steeti gị. Ị ga-agwa m na o nwere ka ndị agha obodo ekwensu bụ uzu Naijiria ga-esi malite na-akpa mkpamkpa n'obodo gị ị maghị ihe gbasara ya? Ngwongwo niile esi be mburu akwa ebe kezi ikpeazụ ka ebugara na gọọmenti hatụ na Ezinna m ha na-ekiri na-amụ amụ ohe were ụmụnne ha na-eresi ndị Fulani ya na ndị Fulani ga-ahụ ha n'anya wee na-ajụ na-asị gị na-emere ọha na eze n'ụbọchị nketa. Akwa ofu Jibril a ha na-agbara odibo ha na-achụrụ efi akwa ọkwa ofu Jibril a gbara ugbu a bịa tisa ọha na eze tiwa ya ụzọ abụọ. Ịhụnanya ya
onwere n'otu ọ ga-abụ ma gị ma ha nwere ike bịakọta ọnụ ka akpa ihe ọfụma nwee nkwekọrịta otu a ga-esi gaa n'ihu.
Ihe na-eme ndị be anyị wụ na ha na-aghọtachi anyị na-eme ọfụma. Iji ọha ha sị na m chọrọ ikewapụ Biafra n'ime Nigeria na onweghị ihe ziri ezi na iwu obodo ha akwadoghị ya. Na-ajụ ha sị ya ke ụzọ chọrọ isi ime ya. Asị na ọwụ ka aga mee ntuli aka elu anyị bịanyecha aka atụcha vootu aga na ebe a na-eme iwu anọrọ akpa ya ekwekọrịta anyị gawa n'iru. Njụọ ha ndị na-eme iwu obodo Naijiria mmadụ ole si Kano steeti pụta? 44. Ọ bụ mmadụ ole na-emekwe n'iwu a si Abia, Imo na Bayelsa pụta? Ha erughị sọsọ Kano steeti. Ọ bụzi ụzọ dị anya ka ị ga-esi wee nweta ihe a ibu n'obi ebe ndị ọwa anyị na ha na-awụ nọchiri egwuru agara agbachi ụzọ nọchi ebe niile?
All right, the message is very clear. I mean, I'm very happy about what is going on. The situation every single day gives me too much energy. I feel that Biafra, I'm already seeing Biafra. I'm telling you the truth. The flags are going down. They're going, I didn't know you see that flag, bring it down. And then before you know it, our own flag will fly. It will fly high. Some people are saying, why do you want to do it only in Biafra land? No, that is our land. We are not taking what doesn't belong to us. But if you force us, if by chance you push us into getting away from Biafra land to go into other regions to look for the same thing, well, anywhere we take belongs to us. I keep saying it. I have said it before, and I'm saying it again. You see all these children in our overseas, these children in diaspora, they will go and they go to Abuja and say, hey, get the hell out of here. This is my father's land, man. You can take it. It's going to happen. Just give us Biafra. Let us go peacefully. Take whatever we are the ones sacrificing. So don't let it be your problem. I read something from Ohaneze Ndibo, because these people are a bunch of idiots. Bunch of Ndimiamu like me. These people, most of them are my age. But they are still stupid. They want to die in stupidity. They want to remain the way they are and go to grave. That's this year, I don't know what they're thinking. He's telling us that, sitting at home, we are punishing ourselves. Go and sit down. So why do you care? Punishing yourself. People are already suffering. Oh, it's affecting our economy. What economy? The woman that is selling a egusi and ogbono in the market, what economy does she have? She goes out there, to hawk. Whatever she makes for that day, she takes care of her family. The people that are going to be affected that are crying are the so-called people sitting down there and calling themselves Ndohanese and Jibo. We think we don't know. The people that are flying aeroplane from one point to the other, the transporters that are running the Kennedy buses and everything, they are the ones that are making the real money, and they are the ones that are going to suffer. And they are the ones that are supposed to not have allowed us to get to this situation that we are in right now. Some say, oh, they are not in government. What do you mean they are not in government? They have the power. They might not be in government physically, yes, but they can control certain things. They can wake up, somebody who wakes up in the, people used to say in those days when I was younger, they say, our women in as it's here, they say, oh, mothers, African women don't have a say in the house, that the men are in charge. Who told you that? Why are you fooling yourself? Because I know that when I'm swearing, your father is coming, it's okay. It's like, but when mama enters the house, this is somebody who decides what you eat, decides when you eat, decides how you go to school, when you dress and go. Who's in charge, for God's sake? So these people you see that are business people, what are they afraid of? Nothing. They are just selfish. For them, it is the way that the British people, what they inducted into us. We don't care about the man in the gate. The gate man is not important. Because as long as he is there, as long as I keep him suppressed, he will always come to me and say, Oga, good morning, sir. Oga, can I wash your car? Oga, can I wash your toilet? Oga, can I do this? You like that. That gives you joy. I remember one American actor went to Nigeria to do a movie. And that was sometime I think early 90s or so. He was being interviewed. I think he was in Oprah. And he said something that was very significant. He said, what I observed about Nigeria, he went to Nigeria to make a movie. And the comment he made was that you could be driving in the street of Nigeria and you see a beautiful building that costs millions of dollars to build. But around those buildings, all the houses around the building, put them together, they're not even worth 1/4 of the price of that one single building. In other words, he's telling us something. Because over here, it will never happen. You don't just go. There are areas you can't go and live. No. You need permission to do these things. So if you want to build a $10 million house in a shank, it's okay. Go there, clean it up. You remember Clinton? When he left office, he was looking for a place. They were saying they're going to get him office. And they said Bronx. The next thing they want to do is to clean up the area. They were not going to drive anybody, but at least make sure that anybody there that needs a loan to fix his place, they will give. But these people will stay there, and all they know is drive out of their house. The only good road they have is the road that leads from the main road into their mansion. They even put, what do they call it? Interlock, make it look very beautiful. As soon as you open that gate, as soon as the gate of his compound is open, the rest you're on your own. There are potholes everywhere. There are no gutters. Water is cutting some of the roads into two. Nobody cares. None of them would say anything. And they use that, they state them that they cannot come out and organize. They are not working for anybody. They are working for themselves. They are thinking about their pocket. I saw Ifanyoba throwing clothes to people on the campaign. That's all they do. They come out during that time, they give you bunches of, after that, you're not going to see him anymore. Of course you're not. But you don't need to see him because there's nothing he's going to do for you anyway. So going to see him, it will only hurt you if you waste your time, and at the end of the game, you don't see him. All you'll be doing complaining. You're an idiot. Why you even let him carry his cross. As you when you're cooking and the small boy hanging around, but there's no small boy hanging around, not going you won't give it to anybody. So these people are all very selfish. All of them are talking now. Onyenke Pace is jumping from fry pan to fire, blaming whoever is going to blame. We don't care. What we know is that Biafra is our own. Biafra is what we want, and Biafra is what we're going to get, regardless of what you say. 1st of October is a good example. We're going to lock down everywhere. There's no movement. Well, let me go to the election. Somebody inbox and said election. I say, I'm going to talk about it. But the truth is that yesterday our Department of State, they spoke yesterday, the representative China Samuru. He explained it very well because somebody asked the same question there. He said, why are you not talking about the election? And he said, they have their plans. And believe me sincerely, their plan is working. When they announced this bringing down the flag and having a perpetual sit at home if our leader is not brought to court, I said, yes. It just fell out of my mouth. Yes. Because they spoke my mind. It's about time we start showing these people that we are. Anyway, I like, people have different things. As in, Nketana Boja, Ratata. Does hear me? He's not a very talking person. I've seen him a couple of times. And to be honest, in meetings, I look at him like he is very, how would I describe him? Why 16 gentleman? He doesn't say anything. But people like this, you have to be very careful. Before. So we are very happy about Department of State. They are doing excellently, very, very well. Anybody who does not like what they are doing and you want to condemn, you are free to condemn whatever you want. But the truth is that whatever they tell you to do and you don't do it, you are out of IPOB. It's as simple as that. They have work to do. If they give you the work to do and you think you want to protest against it, you don't like it, what we say is command and control. Obey before complain. Our leader has always said that. If they tell you to do something, do it and complain later. People will listen to you. But if you disobey, now it becomes insubordination. You don't do that. Don't forget, this is not PDP or APC or PFY or ABC, whatever they call themselves. This is a quasi-military regime. It's a revolutionary organization. And revolution means revolution. Revolution means obey. Even if two of us plan the coup and eventually if you succeed and I fail and I want to take you out, it's subordination, you'll be killed. But we're not killing anybody. All we are saying is if you don't want to take what you are told, please. It's an easy way out. Take the easy way out. Just give it up. Don't pretend as if you are one of us, because that's the most dangerous one. Most of them pretend. However, there are people out there, like I was saying yesterday before my time was up, there are people yesterday who are genuinely, I'm telling you, absolutely and genuinely Biafran. They are Biafrans to the core. But their information, where they get their information is what bothers me, because we have always said it. Radio Biafra is the source of our information. If you listen to Radio Biafra, you will get more information. You'll be more equipped, so that if you want to make any argument with anybody, you know exactly what you're talking about. If you go out to bloggers, you have the right to listen to bloggers, honestly. You listen to them. Most of them are doing well in their own way. But the truth is, anything you hear from them, take it with a pinch of salt. Don't just swallow anything they tell you. No. No, absolutely not. You'll be making a mistake. The mistake is not that what they say doesn't hold. They do. They say things that happen, but you know something exaggerated. They make it look like it's happening today. If somebody says something like Nnamdi Kanu is out of jail, and then you jump there, you listen to the blogger from beginning to the end, he doesn't even talk about it. Probably the closest you can say is that people held a meeting and the meeting had been decided that we're going to bring him out. Stories like that, they are good. And they do that all the time. Newspapers, they do the same thing. They give you a very, very attractive headline. The important thing is to bring you there. Then when you read through it, you discover that most of those things are not there. Especially those who know how to do it are those that will give you breaking news. And then all of a sudden they start writing. And then they will write something that will about 8 paragraphs. Who has time to be reading all that stuff? Because if you have a news, go straight to the news. You don't need to write an encyclopedia just because you want to report the news. But the truth is, the headline is to bring you there. So be careful where you get your information from, so that you'll be better equipped in your argument. Some of you are genuinely arguing, but the information source, when you ask them, where did you see this? they will not even remember which source. They are calling names. Oh, this person is a blogger. Everybody's a blogger. I know how to blog. To be honest with you, I do. I studied it and I know how to do it. It's something I don't want to do. So be careful where you get your information. I was talking about it yesterday because there are people who are genuinely real Biafrans, honestly. Their problem is that their source of information is not very correct. And when they go in there, whatever they get there is what they give out. Garbage in, garbage out. That's the way we talk about it. So anything you get out there is something that you have gathered, but unfortunately, your information, your source is not correct. We are doing excellently well. Biafra movement is doing IPOB. I kiss all of you and I say, you are doing your best. You're doing what you're supposed to do. See the way things are falling out. Everybody's confused today. Nigeria is so confused that they're even going out to rent people to do a protest. Do they really have to do all these things? They don't have to, but they're crazy. Because how can somebody go and sit down and think you go to New York and have a rally and you get people to come out and say Nigeria should be one or Nigeria is great, Nigeria is that, Nigeria is that, without thinking, where are these people going to come from? Even if you want us to pay them, how are you going to shut them up not to talk? Because there's no way you can get 50 Americans out there. 50? Why am I talking 50? Even if you get all the staff of the embassy and force them to go and stand there and protest at Nigeria, because some of them will not be there. I'm telling you, some people will take time off because they know. If there's no way you can, anybody that is in his right thinking mind will go out there and want to say that Nigeria is such a great nation. No. Nigeria is over. It's finished. What we are waiting for is that matches to be scratched, and it's going to be scratched very soon if they don't do something about it. Yesterday, one of our brothers, VC Igwe, his name, I saw a video that he did. I don't know his profile. I don't follow him, but I listened to what he said, and I felt that we need to share it with him. But before then, I want to give you a story about this story. This soldier is a Biafran actually, because when we were talking about people leaving the army, you think we are joking. This is from an eyewitness. Said how I was arrested, sentenced to death because I requested for better weapons to fight Boko Haram. This is ex-Nigerian soldier. The point is that who is Boko Haram? We want the world to know that Buhari's government, the government of Nigeria, the central government of Nigeria, they are the Boko Haram. They are the terrorists. We say it every day and they think it's propaganda. Now this is a story from an ex-soldier, ex-Nigerian soldier, who was dismissed from the army and was condemned to death, was sentenced to death actually. So he come out and he's telling us his story. I will take a bit of this story. I'm not going to take it all because I can see that some people already want to start talking. I will take a little bit of the story, then I will take you to the conversation that we're going to have this morning.
Boko Haram attacked my base, the base I was supposed to protect. We were at Beneshek advancing, and the call came to my commander that Giwa Barak was under attack. That same 14th of April, that was the same day Boko Haram attacked Chiwa girls. It was a bloody operation. I am Trooper Temple Ahonanya, a special forces soldier.
Ahonanya, that's a Biafran.
I was enlisted into the army on the 20th of August, 2012. After my enlistment, I passed out from training on the 17th of December. After that, I was transferred. I was posted to 101 Battalion, Kanji in Niger State. Months after that, I was inducted into the theater fully for the purpose to counter the terrorists the Boko Haram terrorists terrorizing us in Nigeria. When I got to Maiduguri, to Borno State, Maiduguri, as the journey went on, my first task in Borno State was town patrol. After my first task, I was deployed straight to Damboa local government. The first attack that happened in Damboa was when we overpowered Boko Haram terrorists with our inferior weapons. As time went on, I met with my commander, my loving commander. I said, sir, when we went for our first attack, I noticed my weapon used to jam. The weapon is jamming, it jams. So he said to me that there is an alternative. He said I should make sure that I service my rifle on daily basis, like every morning. I said, Ogasa, I normally used to service my rifle daily because of the terrain. The first day I went to Sambisa Forest, my first encounter in Sambisa Forest was when I knew that what Boko Haram terrorists use against my troop was more sophisticated than the one I used. When we got engaged in a fierce battle, as they were firing and we were firing, I discovered my weapon, the sound of my weapon was nowhere near. I discovered they were using Browning machine gun. That's Browning machine gun with the anti-aircraft machine gun. Those two machine guns were what my troop lacked. Because the highest weapon we had, the highest machine gun we had, was the MPMG machine gun. The Browning machine gun has an effective range of 1,800 meters, while its maximum range is above 7,000 meters. That is the BMG for you. Then the anti-aircraft machine gun has an effective range of 12,000 meters. The killing range of the rifle I used in Borno State to counter terrorists has an effective range of 400 meters, the killing range, while the maximum range is 800 meters. So with my own rifle firing at a killing range of 400 meters and 800 meters maximum range, how am I expect to overcome in the battlefield? My first deployment was town patrol. Second deployment was in Damboa. Third deployment was at Bali. All these places are dangerous terrains. Again, I still said to my commander, I still appeal to him. I appeal to him that please, we don't have nurses in the battlefront. We don't have doctors in the battlefront. We don't have first aid kit, the kit in the battlefront. How do we expect to help ourselves should in case anyone gets injured, like bullet injury? As time goes on, after Damboa, we move to Bali. Bali is an open ground, a rugged terrain, but very open. As time went on, the complaint became rampant. Not only me alone, soldiers began to complain because my boss told me that weapon issue has been one of the greatest challenges facing the army ever since. So when we started losing men, we lost men. Brave men died in the battlefront. My next deployment was at 21 Armored Brigade.
All right, what I'm going to do right now, because I can see a lot of people on the calls. All right, the line is open for you at 64692045541, 845-344-7984, 929-406-9953. While I am keeping the line open, I have to continue listening to this guy because this report is very interesting. I am listening because I want people to know that our leader had foreseen this a long time ago. That was all we're asking Biafrans that are in the army to please quit. Listen to what this my young man is saying. Ahunanya is his name. He's a Biafran. They sent him there to go and die. Fortunately for him, he's still alive, breathing. So they want to eliminate him. They take him out and charge him for insubordination and all that and condemn him to death. Let's listen to him because he's an eyewitness. It's not like it's a story that somebody told him. So,
Giwa Barracks. That was where my team formed a defense platoon. We were briefed that of a threat by Boko Haram terrorists. Unknown to us that their plan was to use that attack as a means of decoy. You know, for everybody to concentrate on that barracks. That was when Giwa Barrack was attacked. 14th of April 2014 was when Boko Haram attacked my base, the base I was supposed to protect. We were at Beneshek advancing, and the call came to my commander that Giwa Barrack was under attack. We had to leave. We had to turn immediately from Beneshek back to 21 Armored Brigade to repel the attack. But before we go there, Boko Haram terrorists had already caused damage. That day was bloody. Soldiers died, but I cannot ascertain the number of soldiers that died on that day. Soldiers died. Boko Haram terrorists, most of them never escaped. Most of them never escaped. They did not escape. Because the Air Force jet came, it gave us the morale, the confidence to fight back. When the Air Force jet came, the first person the Air Force jet targeted was that man behind the anti-aircraft gun. It was a bloody operation. That same 14th of April, that was the same day Boko Haram attacked Chibok girls. That was the decoy I talked about. They formed a decoy to divert attention. The firing lasted, the battle lasted for like let's say 1 hour plus, 1 hour 30 minutes on the 9th of July 2014. My team was to advance to that same Damboa again on our way going for the deployment. I noticed we were going with soft skin vehicles, and then when I checked, I saw no BMG and anti-aircraft machine guns. I myself was demoralized. The next thing we heard along the expressway going to Damboa was an RPG from nowhere. Before you knew it, they started engaging us. But because of the fact that we used soft skin vehicles, 9 soldiers died at the spot, leaving 23 other soldiers with bullet injury. On the 9th of July 2014, that ambush was suicide. If one soldier die, we weep. The pain, the feeling you get. So 9 soldiers at a go, 23 others bullet injury because we used soft skin vehicles. If we had used bulletproof vehicles, there is no way any soldier will get injured. Now, after that 9th of July ambush, that Boko Haram killed 9 soldiers and 23 others injured.
All right, I have a call coming. Let me take this call before I continue with the story. All right. Caller on WhatsApp, tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Yes, good afternoon, Mazi Peters.
There.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me, and thank you for what I'll be doing for Biafrans. I know I disturbed the clip you are playing. It's a wonderful clip to listen. Please, I just want to contribute before, because I know your line is always hot.
Yes, go ahead.
Yesterday I tried to come in, but I didn't make it. Mazi, I just want to thank you once again for your dedication and your tenacity to see that we get Biafra. Mazi, allow me to appreciate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I say, may his days belong on this earth Long live Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, long live IPOB, long live United States of Biafra, and also long live ESN. Mazi, yesterday was interact section, question and answer by our DOS, HOD.
Yes.
They make it wonderful yesterday. Mazi, I really love that.
Yeah.
And people called and answer some question, ask some question, and DOS clarify all the whole questions. For example, there's one question that one of our brother asked, which I want to say here. I think it's Master Prophet. He answered question about finance, and our DOS clarified this completely. So we don't want anybody again to talk about finance here anymore. The clarification is there. DOS is working day and night to see that everything have been put in place and everything taking own shape. Like yesterday, somebody called also mentioning about a protest from United Nations that Biafrans are not much there, and DOS take the blame somehow because they did not make it and they did not announce it. They take some blames and some other blames is not from them. We accept that. You see, when you're at fault, accept your blame. When you're at fault, you accept your blame. Because this is freedom fight. We are not here for democracy yet. When we get Biafra, as our leader normally said, then you can demonstrate the only way you like it. For now, we are fighting to liberate ourselves, which we have to follow command and control. That is more this thing for us to do. We have to follow DOS. Whatever they tell us, we follow them. Yesterday, many questions people answered, and my brother make it very as easy as anything, and everybody understand it. Now, let me come for this Ohanes and Mazi. This man, Mary Huka, is Simon Anaja. What his name? Obios or what? Telling us to go and protest in Abuja. We are in our land, Biafra, protesting peacefully, and they clean us there. You invite them to come there and clean us, and you want us to go to Abuja and protest. These people, they are very idiotic. I'm sorry to say this, I'm sorry to use foul language, but this man, he don't know what he's saying. What gives this man morale to say what he's saying is because when this man, what they do his own, he do his own finish and he go cut free. Nothing happens to him. So you will take that morale to stand up again, to become making rubbish, to talking rubbish again. Let me tell this man, Obiozo or Obiano, whatever your name may be, we are not here to joke. We are across the Rubicon, point of no return. Let me tell you, be quiet. Go and sit down. If you don't want to support what we are doing, go home and relax. If we put sunshine what we are doing, we will come after you. You are not a politician. You're only a traditional district. You are not a politician. Keep your mouth shut. Let me warn you now. Keep your mouth shut. Don't interfere in what we are doing. If you don't want to get it hot, I'm warning you now. Mazi, let me tell you one thing again before I drop. Biafra, they are doing wonderful. You see this bringing the zoo flag down. Mazi, it's ongoing. And every zoo flag must bring down before that 1st of October. We are working hardly, and the guys is doing the needful. I'm telling you, they are doing the needful. And now, let me tell those who said they don't want to hear. 1st of October is the done deal. 1st of October, we don't want to joke with it. Please be careful. Don't take this thing. Don't say that it's always normal. It's supposed to be so. No. 1st of October is done there. These keke riders, these computers, these bus drivers, these people that sell anything, please be at home. Leave the road for we and him. The time is coming. And let me warn the politician. 21st of October, we show how we are going to live with you people. 21st of October, the day is coming. The day is coming. 21st of October is the due day. Mazi, thanks for having me. God bless you.
God bless you. All right, thank you so much. Let's see. I have another call coming in. Let me take this one. Caller on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. What happened to that line? The line just dropped itself. All right, I was taking a call before this line. So my brother that just spoke about yesterday's broadcast, China Samuel was answering interactive session. It was very interesting. I was in that program too. I did call him because I listened to it from the beginning to the end. What our object to most of our questions that our people are asking is this. there's a saying that says when we get to the bridge, we will cross it. And somebody will sit down and ask, if these people have found our radio station in London as if they were looking for it. That radio station is an internet radio. What are we going to do if they go and jam that station? That's a stupid question. Question is question, but when you ask certain things, even if there's something we're going to do, what are we going to do? Just talk about it on air? Come on, guys. We have to think. And then another distraction is let me continue with taking the calls, and then I'll still get there. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Yes. Mazi, my name is Ifeanyi, calling from my location. As I thank God for this day, hearing our voices from all corners of the world. I thank God for the life of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We thank God for all Biafrans all over the world. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama, let his name be praised always. In the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama, I pray.
You see?
Mazi, yes, Mazi, I said why I called this morning is one thing about this clip you were playing. We should remember one thing our leader said. Serve the zoo and come back with shame. If we remember all the people that is serving the zoo, or those that serve the zoo, they are all coming back with shame. You see, when our leader was calling them, let them come back, resign from that dungeon military, come back home. Our people didn't listen to him, and those serving in the zoo, nobody listened to him. You see, both the so-called governors, when you hear what Wiki was saying last week inside the church, you will be baffled. You say, who is saying this? Is it Wiki or another person? And all of them are making U-turn because the zoo government is coming after them one by one. Another thing I want to say is this about this brother who said talked about George Obiozo. I think what we're gonna do is to go for the protest in the house of George Obiozo. We are going to go carry the protest to his house. I know if I don't know his house, if I don't know his village, Biafrans know his village, where he come from. We're gonna perform that our protest in his house. You go hear me.
Thank you.
And this intersection about DOS host yesterday, one of our sister Efe said something about his people concerning this October 1 coming, or sit at home. Let me say it, sit at home. That it doesn't reach their places. I said it yesterday on this platform that our brothers from that region, those region, will help us. Not when we say sit at home, it will be only 5 Anambra, Imo. No. It's gonna reach everywhere. They will help us. Those in diaspora will start calling their people that sit at home is that they should go ahead and do it with others.
Thank you.
Let them go inside. Not when we say sit at home. Some of them will be going their businesses. It's like those places are not Biafra land. It's Biafra land. Let them help us by calling their people. If the radio has not reached their places, Mazi, let me hold it here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA too. like interactive section that happened yesterday. I was talking about it before a call came in. Please, so anybody who calls at this time, I want you to please cut it down. Because we are spending so much time at you find out that you're repeating yourself because you run. The shorter the better. The message will go up much more faster if you be able to cut it down. So yesterday there was so many people called the interactive session yesterday, and Brother China Samuru made wonderful answers, and those answers were things that, but there are many of us who were asking some very silly questions. What are we going to do when the radio station is taken over by the British? My brother, whatever we're going to do, when we get to that bridge, we'll cross it, because I don't know why we'll be asking questions like that. We can't be sending out information to the world that we're not we're not sure of what is going on. This today that they started, everybody knows what the thing is. It's a registered, Radio Biafra is registered and they're paying taxes on it. Otherwise, Nigeria could have closed it a long time ago. You forgot that our satellite got disappeared in the orbit. These are things that you have to follow. If you come into Biafra movement, concentrate and go backwards and listen to past podcasts. All the information you need, they are all there. I'm not saying that it is wrong to ask questions. What we are going to do, we are procrastinating. We are hoping that something will happen. Well, even if we have a plan, a big plan, do you have to air it on air? No. And then the ESN fund they are talking about. It is not new. We remember defense fund, right? When our leader was accused, defense fund, there was so much noise about this defense fund that most of us were not in IPAB, so we don't even know what defense fund was. They made so much noise about it. Our leader came to New York and then raised it. Okay, defense fund. Nnamdi Kanu took defense fund. How many people here paid the defense fund, my brother? In the whole hall, mandatory. And then the director was there, even embarrassing in New York, because even in New York, the defense fund was $1,000 and something. These are things. So when they create these things, this just don't. Yesterday I was praying. I said, my brother China Samuru, please. Don't let these people make you say things that is not for public consumption. Yeah, I was scared. I said, oh my God, they put so much pressure on this man. He's going to tell them what they are not supposed to know. And that will bring problem to us, because most of the people asking this are probably not pure Biafrans. They are not. So there are certain things that when the question is stupid, if you garbage in, garbage out, I said it this morning. If you ask a stupid question, you should get a stupid answer. There are questions that you don't even supposed to answer at all. And let it just fly off. A caller on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon from here.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, my big brother. Mazi, your brother, the Christian from UK. Mazi, the one that pierced my heart in that very good interaction yesterday when our brother Tina Tawari was discussing with Biafra. One of our brothers that are supposed to do more better. I was trying to call him yesterday to even say something bad about that our brothers. They didn't see me. That is who I am. I am my own anger against some of our people. Now, it does mean that our people did not learn anything from our leader. Does it mean that some of our leaders, some of our IPB members, our brothers, not reason? How can somebody come up on social media? You know that they do listen to Biafra, and then you asking one stupid question that why is it the ESM, their children are not going to school? Do you know how ESM come about? Do you know who they are? I don't know who they are. How did you know that they have children that go to school? But in the by our people. In fact, Martin, let me know just for your program this afternoon. If not, some of our people in Europe, some of us in Europe, we reason like a cow. But anybody who don't like what I say should go and work for some and die. Some of our people in Europe, even our brothers that live in Biafra land are more reasonable. They think more. They even go to Biafra, they see how those our brothers articulate themselves. It is a security white. They are the ones that are even going to tell you where to go and where to go. You can't see them talking anyhow. You see people in Europe calling that international station yesterday, the whole world is listening, asking why asking China from where we just station yesterday. Why is our ESM student not going to school? Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you very much. You see, your mind just went exactly what I was thinking about. I heard that question, and that's the place I freezed. I freezed in my mother. It's like, oh my God, I hope Chinasa doesn't even respond to this idiot. Because ESN, they are not walking in the street. How do you know them? How do you know that their children are going to school? Okay, now that you know that children are going to, why are you calling Chinasa? Why don't you send your money to them to go to school? You don't have to train only. Send only a scholarship. Go ahead and do it. Tell us how many of the children you have taken. No. These are the kind of, I said yesterday, I just was praying that our brother don't get upset and start answering, because I wish I was the one there asking this question, because some of them will be embarrassed. Caller, good morning. Call on straight line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon to you, Dr. Master Etika. Hi, greetings, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Greetings to you, fellow Biafrans, friends of Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Our God will continue to keep us moving forward, because we are demanding for our rights. My name is Sugo, and I am calling from my location, Mazi. I don't think that, you see, anyone that is talking about Radio Biafra issue, that the zoo, there was a time when the zoo was trying to shut down our radio. Let me tell you, as of that time, as they are trying to shut down our radio, when they say that we have shut down the Radio Biafra in Enugu, in 2-3 days, you will hear that there is Radio Biafra in Aba. So my point is that there is nothing like the zoo shutting down our Radio Biafra. There is nothing like the zoo locating where the radio. They are tired when it comes to that. That is old story. Because as they are trying to do that, our platform is giving birth to more children that is spreading everywhere in the world. Because Radio Biafra remains the best way to get information. And our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the prophet of our own time, let me tell you what he said. He said, no man born of a woman can shut down this radio station. And that is where it stands till today. Let us forget about that one. I want to say something, Maz. You see, the effluviums in our land, vultures in our land, we refuse to see the handwriting on the walls. Rather, we are the ones who see that handwriting, and we are pointing it to them, telling them to look at this. This is the destruction that is coming to our land. And instead of them to listen to us, they start killing us, they start going against us. They are friends all over the world. And the zoo citizens, you know that you are a Nigerian, you are a zoo citizen, listen carefully. What is destroying Nigeria today is injustice and the high level of discrimination. But Nigeria, in the face of everybody, Nigeria claims to be one. Why? When it comes to what they are doing, you will see deeply that there is no single unity in Nigeria. Talking of being one, our governors in Southeast, even, let me say, Southwest, they have heard what these people said. They said, presidency will not get to you. That they are the ones that are born to rule. The born to rule mentality that is killing Africans. They are the ones that will hold that push. And this is exactly what we are telling you. This is exactly what we are lamenting. And all of you refuse to listen. When it comes to the truth must stand in our land. Equity, fairness, justice must stand. In the zoo, there is no single equity, fairness. And that is the reason why we are lamenting. But you refuse to listen to us. Now, it has come to your table. You have seen it with your eyes. You heard it before. You refuse to listen. Now you are seeing it with your eyes. We are watching over. We are watching all of you to know what you will do. It's still demanding today total release of our brothers and sisters, every corner in the zoo, every police and the DSS office and the state CID in the zoo that they are holding our brothers and sisters. We are also demanding the unconditional release of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who the zoo, the Zoological Republic and Kenya government, they commit extraordinary rendition against him. We are not going to keep quiet. That is the reason why Friday, sit at home. Friday, sit at home order from the Directorate of State of IPOB must stand. If you don't like it, tell your Zoological Republic government to release innocent people in their custody. Mazi, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. All right, this is Radio Biafra. The announcement is very clear. October 1st, it's a total lockdown. We're not going anywhere. And by the way, we're going to start with the flags. All the flags be down. Any flag, any zoo flag, green, white, green, anywhere you see it, please bring it down, because don't go to the banks. The banks are exempted from this. It's not that the banks are not going to comply. They will have to comply of their own term, and our leaders are talking to them, and we know that they will eventually comply. There's nothing they can do about it. But yesterday, I even read that 2 banks already complied already, so they already brought the flags down themselves, which is what we expect. Biafra is our land, and there is nothing anybody can do to. Nigeria can try all they want, because they're trying, and no, they're even paying people to go out there and tell the world that Nigeria should be world. But you start realizing that when you pay my brothers here in America, when you pay them that kind of money, they don't lie. They will say, make it very public. I remember in the 80s, a friend of mine went for an interview with all these girls who were looking for green card at the time. And they went on an interview, and when they came back, the guy was like, my girlfriend screwed up. I said, what happened? You see, the officer just said to her, so how much did he pay you? The guy gave you like $5,000 to come do this job. And the guy went, no, you only gave me $500 and he's not even finished the payment. That's a kata for you. So they just met somebody at the embassy. Why are you carrying the flag? We are protesting. And before you know it, the man who is protesting took down his mask to explain himself very well to this person. You know something? I get paid. I support brothers, and anywhere I see brothers and they request me to do something, I will do it. That was Nigeria paid him to come and protest. That's the kata for you. That's my brother. That's my buddies. Because they don't lie. They will say it the way it is. You're not going to do anything to them. You paid him money to come and... In fact, somebody said $500. No way. Absolutely no way anybody going to be paid $500. $20 will do that job. 20. All he needs to know is take him from the Bronx, give him a t-shirt, give him the flag, promise to bring him back, take him there, bring him back, $20. And that's it. You don't need $500. We're talking about 500 naira. Talk about $500. Who's going to give it? The man that is sharing the money probably took $500 from the government, but the rest of the money will go in his pocket. Because there's no way, in fact, he will have Nigerian man, he will negotiate for even, the most he can go is maybe $50, and I doubt it, if they will go up to that. They're just paying people to come in. We're happy anyway. Like I said, somebody's asking me a question here. Things like that is very welcome. That's what is expected. Now that they are running around killing themselves, they won't give order, because the people have bought the idea of IPOB. Our land belongs to us. We have taken back our land, and there is nothing, absolutely nothing that these people will do. People that are going out to work, even though the Monday sit at home have been terminated and people decide to stay home, it is their decision. The only thing that we have warned you already, what they want to do, they want to use that opportunity or that privilege to say, oh, because IPOB, the ones that are robbing people, the ones that are stopping people. No, that's why we're saying, wait in your houses. Don't bother yourself going out there on Mondays. If there's going to be any sit at home, we'll let you know. That's exactly what the GOS have told us. This is suspended. Doesn't mean that it has been removed. No, it has not been removed completely. It's only a suspended thing, and because we almost lost control of it. So what they did is right. Now, like the 1st of October, you've been told total lockdown. It's an announcement. Let me see how anybody will go out there, especially when say sit at home, sit at home. Sit at home means sit in your homes. And that's what we're going to do. On the 21st of October, if we don't see our leader out there in court, we'll continue. It's not going to be over until it is over. That is the story. That's the message. The message is that until we get our freedom, nothing is going to happen. You can talk of all the peace that you want, but you know something? Peace without freedom, freedom without peace, what peace and justice, that's what we're talking about. That's exactly what the good singers have talked about. Take a very short break and I'll be right back.
You better give it on to Caesar.
Keja kujuba, ijuwa bukonye na chia, ijuwa bukonye na ikea, ebo nusa bukonye jehebo, bukonye bukonye na cha. Onye tiri biko ya zere o ije n'ụwa na-atụzi m ụjọ agbọ mkpụrụ n'ụzọ ihe enume eke ọ bụrụ onye ka ahụ ga-akọsabara maka ihe m hụrụ na agba m anya mmiri ụmụ ụwa ga-enu m ntị n'olu ajụjụ onye ka m jiri bịa o biko onye ka ị na-eso na-achụ onye ị na-eso na-aga ebe onye ị na-achụ ime ihe na-achụ ya onye na-amasị mmadụ ebe ọzọ ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-ike ya ebe onye ọsọ bụ onye ije ga-eruo onye ruru ọrụ ya chaa. Onye na mmadụ na-eme akara aka niile abụrụ ofu oke tolo ngwere ma mmiri ọkọcha m ngwere ọ ga-akọkwa oke gbanụgbanụ uji eji otupu na-agwụba agụ ya onye onye ukwu ka ndị wayo na-ekwu iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya mana onye na-enye gị ndụmọdụ onye na-anụla okwu okenye bụkwa ihe dị mma isi agba bụ oge amamihe onye nzuzu na-achị isi awa onye iberibe na-akapụ nka ndụmọdụ ịdụ n'onwe gị ka mma ọrụ ụdị enyi na-eme ọtụtụ ọyị bụ ọtụtụ nrapụ gbangụdu is better than 10 ka amarịje ọkụ ọdachi ụzọ ka mbụrụ ọnụ ụzọ na iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya onye ka ị na-eso na-achị onye na-eso na-aga ebe onye na-achị ma ihe na-achị ya onye na-agbasị mmadụ ebe ọzọ ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya ebe onye ọsọ bụ onye ije ga-eruo onye ruru ọrụ ya chaa.
And they start talking about ESN money or issues like that is not meant for public consumption. Biafra should be smart to understand that those type of people are the enemy's within. Because people call on your program, you don't know them, they will start throwing questions that are out of what we are doing. But they are looking for vital information. For the DOS to divulge that information, they will grab it and go and use it to be, fighting to destroy what we are doing. Our people should be smart. I will give you an example, Mazi Ike. Mazi Alozie, if he's listening to your program, he will remember there was a program he hosted a couple of weeks ago. There was a coordinator that called in from, I think, Canada. Chi Wetala Eze or something like that, or Chi Wakweze. He's an officer, I think a coordinator in Canada. He called in that day, was demanding some critical information about ESN. This particular guy. I remember calling into that program, condemning what he said, and other people also depicted such things. He should not be able, he shouldn't come to Radio Biafra to be asking those sensitive questions about, logistics, about this operation of ESN. And this person is saying he's working for IPOB. That same person today is among the people that were expelled from IPOB. That same guy today is among this Nelly of Febu group. You see how they roll? You see how they roll?
Yeah.
But this particular guy, when he said that thing, if you say you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you want Biafra, oh, you are resolute, you are formidable, you're this, you're that. You did not bring any suggestion to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when he was forming ESN. You did not come to bring any suggestion to Biafrans or to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or GOS during the time they were forming what? ESN. You were there. ESN was launched. So who are you now to come to be asking information about their operations, about their setup, about issues concerning ESN? You are nobody. What those people are doing is for them to come throw a question on Radio Biafra so that a member of DOS will give out information because they know ESN is under Sechina Samuru.
Yes.
So this is how they roll.
Exactly.
When they come to speak on Radio Biafra, asking those, sensitive questions to grab information, I thank God that our people now are beginning to be smart.
Thank you very much.
To decode them.
No.
So thank you, Mazi Ike, for what you are doing.
Thank you, sir.
I want our people to be smart.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. This is exactly the same thing that we've been saying. I said yesterday when the guy spoke about that thing, I froze. I said, I hope Chinas and Will will answer this person. This person is an idiot. But you know something? He answered the thing, but I don't, because nobody in his right sense of mind will bring that kind of question. What has that got to do with what we are saying? How many people among those people that you have gone to take those children and say, you know what, because first of all, ESN, they are not in the city. They are not like a registered policeman or registered civil servants that you know where they live, you know their family, you know their children. All of a sudden you are saying, oh, their children are not going to school. Such idiots, when they come on board, please make sure that you just put them where they belong. Because our leader will not even answer questions like that. Because that one, I told you, defense funds ended after he came to New York. But when you hear this defense fund, the way they were shouting about it, it's like he took millions. He came to New York, the center where people are. How many people have contributed to the defense fund? Ufonye, or 2 people. Now he to tell us how much money New York, America has contributed for defense fund. Hey, I could have told them, you know something, at the end of the program, take your money back. Because there was nothing, but they were making so much noise about it. That's the same distraction that are going to ESN right now. And we won't let them, we won't let it happen. We will not allow them to disorganize what we are doing. When they come in with stupid questions, garbage in, garbage out, when they ask a stupid question, please give them a very stupid answer so that the person will realize that it's not making any sense. But the interactive session was good, and I love it. I love it very, very much. I loved it so much, especially when it involved the DOS, so they can sit down there and answer some of these questions that people keep throwing. But what I'm saying is that because you're trying to be nice, please don't let these people drag you into getting involved in something, information that we don't need. Tell us only what we need to know, and that's the way it is, because we're not a political party. We're not debating or voting on anything. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're going off air this time. Let me make room for Mazi Alozie. that is coming in. Tomorrow is another day. We'll be together again. If you didn't have opportunity to call me today, talk to me today, tomorrow, believe me, by His grace, we shall all be here. Thank God for life and God allowing it the way it is. That's the way it's going to be. There's nothing they can do to stop us. So we are formidable. We are IPOB, and the IPOB means freedom, freedom, freedom. And that's exactly what it is. All right, from here, I have to turn off this system at this time because I'm trying to get to the national anthem. But unfortunately, you know, like I told you, technology is something that they take control of you. When you want them, they don't come. When you don't want them is when they are ready to rumble. So I'm trying to get you to understand that 1st of October, I'm still reminding you, it's complete lockdown. That's exactly what it's going to be. This is Radio Biafra. We're going to be there this time. By His grace, tomorrow we shall be together again. I can see, unfortunately, the lines are still open. People are still wanting to make calls, but I'm shut down the lines. I cannot take any more calls. Tomorrow shall be together again. God bless you. Don't forget that Biafra is our religion. And here on Radio Biafra, where we worship, we tell all the truths that we can tell. If you need information about IPOB, about Biafra, please tune in. Always tune in to Radio Biafra. It's on 247. From here, from us, it's goodbye. Talk to you again tomorrow.
onye tiri biko ya dere ije n'ụwa na-atụzi m ụjọ agbọnkụrụ n'ụzọ ihe enu n'eke ọ bụdo onye ka ahụ ga ka ọ sabara maka ihe m hụrụ na agba m anya mmiri onye ụwa ga-enu m ntị n'olu ajụjụ onye ka m jiri bịa biko onye ka ị na-eso n'azụ onye ị na-eso n'akadebe onye ị na-achụ ime ihe na-achụ ya onye na-amasị na mmadụ ebe ọzọ ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya ebe onye ọsọ mgbe onye ije ga-eruo mgbe onye ruru ọnwa ya chaa emedie na mmadụ na-eme akara aka niile abụrụ ofu oke tolo ngwere ma mmiri ọkọcha m ngwere ọka akọkọ oke manụbanụ uji eji otu na na-akwụba agụ ya onye onye ukwu ka ndị wayo na-ekwu iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya mana onye na-enye gị ndụmọdụ onye na-anụla okwu okenye bụkwa ihe dị mma isi agba bụ oge amamihe onye nzuzu na-achị isi awọ onye iberibe na-akapụ nka ndụmọdụ ikpu na onwe gị ka mma ọrụ ụdị enyi na-eme ọtụtụ ọyị bụ ọtụtụ nrapụ one good is better than 10 ka mmalite afọ ọdachi ụzọ ka mbụrụ ọnụ ụzọ na iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya onye ka ihe so na-achị onye na-eso na-aga ebere onye na-achị ma ihe na-achị ya onye na-agbasi mma n'ebe ọzọ ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya ebe onye ọsọ mgbe onye ije na-eruo mgbe onye ruru ọma ya chaa onye na-eto maka na ọdụ odogwu ịma ihe o ji kwụrụ odogwu ịma ihe na-akwụrụ odogwu egwu ị ga-agba ngwa egwu ọ na-agba ị ga-atụrụkwa aja ọ na-atụo ị ga-ebuwe odogwu na-ekwuo ịma iwu ilechisi oke ọchịchọ ka mmadụ ji anwụju nkechi nyere onye ya dị ya afọ iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya ebe onye ọsọ lụrụ onye ije ga-eruo mgbe onye gwuru ọma ịlata onye na-emenye ajisi ike oge aka ọ dị ndụ ọ ga-adị mma ijiri eji ga-etorere onye achị n'ụwa na ike ịchụbakwa ihe ịchụtara iburu onye ndidi bụ ya nwe mmeri aka na uche ka eji akpata ego ntụtụ nke eji akụju ụkpa omekatara machi ekweghị bụ atụrụ biko mere chi gị ga-ekweriri ome mma ya na mma ya anahụ ome njọ ya na njọ ya anahụ iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya nwaanyị na-ebe akwa n'oge ya agago ị na-akwụkwa ndị ọgbọ gị ụfọdụ mụrụ ma ha amụghị di ụfọdụ mụrụ ma ha amụghị nwa ụfọdụ mụrụ di ha enweghị udo anụla di na ndị ọzọ na-alụ na-elekwa na mmadụ anya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya ebe onye ọsọ lụrụ onye ije ga-eruo mgbe onye lụrụ ọmaghị lacha biko onye ka ị na-eso onye na-eso na-aga ebere onye na-achị ma ihe na-achị ya onye na-agbasi mma n'ebe ọzọ ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya ebe onye ọsọ mgbe onye ije na-eruo mgbe onye ruru ọma ya chaa biko onye ka ị na-eso onye na-eso na-aga ebere onye na-achị ma ihe na-achị ya onye na-agbasi mma n'ebe ọzọ ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya ebe onye ọsọ mgbe onye ije na-eruo mgbe onye ruru ọma ya chaa nne na nna na-akpali ụmụ ha na ndị ọgbọ ha ewesiwe ego ọnọdụdị ka paja ezigbo oli akala aka niile abụla ofu onye na-asị nwa gị imere anya biko ọ na-aga n'ebe ọsọ na-abụ ma ihe na-achụ ya onye na-agba ọsị ma mba n'ebe ọsọ ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya onye nwere nya dị ya afọ oke abili na-ebute oli ntabi anya na-ebute ịma n'anya ajụla ajụla oge anya na ya nwụọ okenye amaghị ugbu a na bụ mkpuo ototere ji emere ọfọ ji ya o mebere ji ahara ọfọ ji ya ụbọchị niile bụ nke onye ori ofu ụbọchị bụkwa nke onye nwe ụlọ emekọtasị na mmadụ ahụhụ iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya ije n'ụwa niile bụ afịanụ onye zuru nke ya na onye bụ n'ụwa n'isi iburu ụwa n'isi onyigbo obi oro onye buru chi ya ụzọ onye ahụ agbagbo onwe ya n'ọsọ chi gị gbakọtara azụ ofeke ezi n'ụlọ alụmụ onye dị ndụ onye aka emechi ya maka na ndụ bụ isi nụ ọnwa ebughị ejiri tụ aja nwanne m a ga-ekpuliri ome dịka onye ka ị na-eso na nso onye ị na-eso na akadebe onye na-achị ma ihe na-achị ya onye na-agbasi ma mmadụ ebe ọzọ ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya ebe ọ n'ụzọ mgbe onye ije na-eruo mgbe onye mgbe ọnwa ya chaa dịka onye ka ị na-eso na nso onye ị na-eso na akadebe onye na-achị ma ihe na-achị ya onye na-agbasi ma mmadụ ebe ọzọ ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya ebe ọ n'ụzọ mgbe onye ije na-eruo mgbe onye mgbe ọnwa ya chaa
And then we know that it's long return is with majority. It can be with us, who can be against us? Oye chukwu adama sola so ewali gato ya Oye chukwu okike sola so ewali gato ya Dare sona jekano chukwu adama sola so Indigenous people of Biafra chukwu adama sola so I can hear the Lord saying, do not be afraid of your enemy. The Boko Haram is saying, you shall see them no more. I will support and journalists. You shall see them no more. Said the Lord Almighty, I am with you. We must get to the promised land. The promised land is called Biafra, the land of rising sun. Obodo Chukwu gọziri agọzi, obodo Chukwu chọrọ mma, obodo Chukwu mere eze. Anyị tigbuo Awụsa dị na mmarụ Chukwu, tigbuo ha tọgbuo ha too na ha. Anyị tigbuo Awụsa dị na Chukwu, tigbuo ha tọgbuo ha too na ha. Onye nyere anyị Nnamdi Kanu, Joshua of our time. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are soldiers of Biafra. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are soldiers of Biafra. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are soldiers of Biafra. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are soldiers of Biafra. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are soldiers of Biafra. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are soldiers of Biafra. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are soldiers fighting for freedom. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are fighting for our motherland by the grace of Biafra. We shall conquer. We are soldiers fighting for our rights. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are soldiers. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are soldiers. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. Can you manage to one go and here? We have more on every to go to go. We are tired of getting there. We put no go to it here. Heroes fight like Biafra. Yeah, we are champions. We are soldiers of Biafra. In the name of Jesus, we shall conquer. You know, we are soldiers. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We are soldiers. We shall conquer. In the name of Biafra, we shall conquer. We shall take it as most as we shall conquer. We are from the rising sun in the name of Jesus. We shall conquer. We are fearless and brave. We shall conquer.
Iwe ne wanyo na anyị chọrọ n'Obiafra. Iwe ne wanyo iwe ne na anyị chọrọ n'Obiafra. Ụmụ Biafra iwe ne wanyo na anyị chọrọ obodo anyị. Anambra steeti iwe ne Enugu steeti iwe ne River State, Ebony State, na Itoro Bulayo. Ebeka unuti Biafra, Ebeka unuti Biafra, Biafra,
Ebeka unuti Biafra Gaimara Biafra Gaimara Biafra is my home. In this platform, we are calling all the indigenous people of Biafra living in that world to come back home. Let us defend and build our motherland, the land of the rising sun, and stop developing other people's land while our land has been taken by our enemies. For Biafra land is the kingdom of God on earth, and we must fight with the last drop of our blood to restore this great nation, the land of the rising sun. All hail Biafra! All hail indigenous people of Biafra! All hail the land of the rising sun! Biafra must be restored. Biafra must live. And Biafra must survive by the name of Chukwu Biafra. Ebeka unuti Biafra. Ebeka unuti Biafra. Gaimara for Biafra. Gaimara for Biafra. Biafra is my home. The river cannot flow through the forest without bringing out breeze. My dear people of Biafra, for many years we have been putting our hands hoping that Biafra will come in a platter of pig and honey all day long. What did we get in return? They killed our brothers, they raped our mates, they beheaded our children, they bombed our churches where we go to worship Chukwu Biafra. No. Enough is enough. We can't take it anymore. We must fight to defend our lives. The Biafra will learn. For he who wants peace must be ready for war. Ebeka unuti Biafra. Ebeka unuti Biafra. Biafra is my home. My people of Biafra, I'm laughing at you. Are we not ashamed of worshipness in a foreign land just to make a living? Are we not tired of marrying our mother's men just to have citizenship in a foreign land? Are we not tired of running from police and immigration, jumping condominium, rotting in jail? Ebeka unuti Biafra. Ebeka unuti Biafra. Biafra is my home. Biafra, We came direct from God. We had a Lord to the people. We did hear from people. And you need to focus on your body. There is nothing God cannot do. There is nothing to God that man cannot do. It's always go anywhere there. We have more engineers. We have medical doctors. We have medical practitioners. Biafra land is a sacred land. Namu Gomidoro. Lala Biafra Gomidoro.
We shall destroy. We shall kill. We are very angry. We will finish. We will start upon this too. We will not program it as a slave. We are coming. We are coming in few more. My people.
one them jera, abire bo ifajuna rani. Muna one them jera, one kuta no zore mande. Kani tiwa nila maro, tiwa sobo tona. Kani tiwa nila maro, tiwa sobo tona.
Onye tiri biko ya zere o ije n'ụwa na-atụzi m ụjọ agbọ mkpụrụ n'ụzọ eyi enu n'eke ọ bụrụ onye ka ahụ ga-akọ sabara maka ihe m hụrụ na-agba m anya mmiri onye ụwa ga-enu m ntị n'olu ajụjụ onye ka m jiri bịa o biko onye ka ị na-eso n'azụ onye ị na-eso n'aka n'ebe onye na-achụ ma ihe na-achụ ya onye na-amasị na mmadụ ebe ọkọ ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya ebe onye ọsọ ndụ onye ije ga-eruo onye ruru ọrụ ya chaa emedie na mmadụ na-eme akara aka niile abụrụ ofu oke tolo ngwere ma mmiri ọkọcha m ngwere ọ ga-akọkọ oke gbanụgbanụ uji eji otupu na-akwụba agụ ya onye anya ukwu ka ndị wayo na-ekwu iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya mana onye na-enye gị ndụmọdụ onye na-anụla okwu okenye bụkwa ihe dị mma isi agba bụ oge amamihe onye nzuzu na-achị isi awọ onye iberibe na-akapụ nka ndụmọdụ ịdụ n'onwe gị ka mma ọrụ ụdị enyi na-eme ọtụtụ ọyị bụ ọtụtụ nrapụ gwangụdụ is better than 10 ka mmalite ọkụ ọdachi ụzọ ka mbụrụ ọnụ ụzọ na iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya
Welcome to Radio Biafra London and IPUB Community Radio, directed by our leader, His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. My name is Mazi Alozie. Today, September 28, 2021. As things move on, I'd like to remind our people, as always, this broadcast, we have many stations, and therefore the news they bring you, I believe, is the same part of the news I'm bringing, but most of the time I'll start to deviate. Deviate in the sense that I will focus on our people. I will focus on the behavior of our people. There are things we do that we don't consider important, but they are very essential when it comes to our survival. And it's good to make our people understand that what we are doing is not a joke. Accusations and blames is not the way to go. We are fond of bickering, accusing, pointing fingers. The basic question is, why all these? You have a structure. That's an advantage. My question comes to, what are you considering to be important for having that structure in place? What are the benefits? Will you be working to support that structure? And that structure is your head, it's your whole body. That means whatever you do depends on the instruction that comes from that structure. When you start bickering, when you start blaming, when you start attacking, my basic question to you is, what's your aim? Why the attack? Why the blame? Why the threat? Why the sabotage? There are many people in Biafra land. We have the population. And according to Walida, you cannot finish us. So if we have a structure and we have the people, there are messages you send, they become encouraging. There are messages you send, they become discouraging, repulsive, and then demoralizes you. There are messages you hear, it encourages you, it bolsters you, it pumps you up, and you want to act, you want to belong. On both sides of the aisle, where do you belong? We are talking about Ambazonian independence October 1st. Where are we? We are busy trying to get our leader liquidated. We are busy trying to say this and that. For people that have no sense of direction, that which holds you down is what you prefer. You get people talking about at election September 28. People from Biafra land are talking about election. And when you look at it, you see from the fatherland, from the motherland, from the village, from the land of our ancestors, you see that these people are lacking morale, developing moral standard, knowing what to do, knowing where you belong, knowing the aim of what you're doing is very important. But when you become corrupt, you become infectious. When you're corrupt, you become infectious. Did you see what happened at the UN? Did you see where corrupt nation, corrupt country, not nation, corrupt country is trying to corrupt US? And to get to US, you reach the masses, the common man that cannot tell you the location of Nigeria. Those that cannot tell you town after their own town. Now, let me make it clear. There are many of them in the US, Americans, not Biafrans, that cannot tell you a town next to their city. They cannot tell you the next big city in the US. These are the people Nigeria is trying to corrupt. You go to them, you give them gifts, 500 naira each, to come and deceive the world. You have the wave against you. You have people protesting against you that you are a very terroristic entity. You're a terrorist. But to deflect that, you go and volunteer 500 naira for one person. I mean, $500 for one person who cannot tell you where Nigeria is, who cannot tell you the story of New York, what is happening, the news of the day. People that need money, what you do is give them $500, wear the shirt of Nigeria, and say Nigeria won. And when people see it, they say, oh, yeah, Nigeria, not knowing the evil behind it. So you see the attention it brought. In an attempt to shield your ugliness, you expose it more. People became very, very irate. They were so irate that they actually had to listen. The police had to listen with intent. What you call Nigeria. Is this the country that you hear? They were given $500 each. If the Fulanis can spend $500 each just to drown the Oduduwans and the Biafrans, can you imagine their intent? You know, before it used to be a long march, playing drums and motorcade and parade. Today, it's no more. So it will continue to wither. Let me direct you back to what I was saying. When you're corrupt and you corrupt others, you become infectious. And this is why you have our Biafrans, those that are from Biafra land. You're running after the politicians. Why are you running after them? So that you can be part of them. So that you can do what they're doing. Are you in the same category? Are you sharing the same palliative? Are you sharing the same national cake? Are you sharing the same respect? Are you sharing the same employment? Are you part of the parastatals? You are not. There's nothing in there for you. And you have your politicians telling you, come and vote. Ladies and gentlemen, what are you voting about? There will be no election in Anambra. What we want is a referendum. You have our leader. You're holding him because he's telling you he wants peace. Don't forget that our leader was an advocate of clean Nigeria. Respectable country, Nigeria. Don't forget that. As he was advocating for that, he was being demonized. That means if you call for clean Nigeria, we corrupt people will not be able to carry out our corruptive activities. Everything was rebuffed. Nobody paid attention. At the mantle, where they perched, at the top of the mountain where they perched, on top of the tree where they perched, they looked down on him. They looked down on others. Who are you to tell us that we need a clean, respectable country? You are a miscreant. You are a non-entity. Therefore, we will not listen to you. We are here, you are there. You cannot tell us what to do. Then he started seeing what was coming. The same, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, started alerting people, started alerting our people. This is what is coming to you. Because if these people are realistic, if these people are innocent, if these people are very, very conscientious, they would have paid attention to what I was saying. They never did. Our people, as usual, challenged him and questioned him, where did you get your passport? Which Nigeria where did you come from? And he was telling them, my brothers, I need help. This is what is coming. The Fulanis are coming. They will take you over. Boko Haram is a terrorist entity. They are coming. What is happening today? The same thing our leader said. And what are politicians doing? They are still politicking. And today, Ambazonia, people that have sense of purpose, people that tasted the pain of destruction, the pain of enslavement, the pain of genocide, massacre, they say never. Never are we going to let Yaoundé destroy us. They abandon their political activities. They abandoned their honorable minister titleship. They abandoned their title of rep. And they said, we must be free. From the Fulanese in the north that come with the Gandamas to eliminate our population. The similarities that what is happening in Cameroon is something happening in Nigeria. When those that are oppressed, when those that are attacked from a chain and say we will not be killed, you see where they are today. But our own is that we have it worse than the Ambazonians. When they come in masses. One thing common. We try to comfort ourselves with our faults. We say some of us are working. Some of us just night shift. When Ambazonia was calling at the UN, I challenge you, bring out the pictures, bring out the photos of the Ambazonians and that of Biafrans. The same Ambazonians in the US are less in number than the number of Biafrans in the US. And when the Ambazonians call for a march, they come in masses. That is understanding, sense of purpose, the danger. And when you work hard, you reap the reward. You can't tell yourself, I gotta go, I gotta shift, I just got up from work, I gotta go back. The same disease that afflicted us from our fatherland Biafra land is the same that's afflicting us here. Finding what we're going to eat. I know, I will confirm to you that the environment is not the same. Here you have to pay your bills. That is the most important thing. You have to pay your bills. But one day, a denoted day, you say, I will sacrifice today for my people being killed. Go and bring the photos of the Ambazonians gathering and bring that of the Biafrans. In the United States of America, you will get the sense of what I'm talking about. We are exposing our weakness in the US. We're exposing our faults. And those at home have started to notice it. We from the US, we must, as a matter of respect, as a matter of honor, respect ourselves. We must respect ourselves. It will be a shameful thing that when Biafra comes, you will come and tell them you are from the US. It will be very shameful. We are losing the respect, and it is time we regain that respect. Whatever we in the US have to do to put it together, let's do it. When the soldiers go to war and come back, you don't just congratulate one soldier. We say una lola. We don't say a lola. We say una lola with joy. Those that carried out the fight. You say, we welcome you all. We don't say we welcome you. One person, singular. We welcome them, plural, the soldiers. When we put our acts together here in the US, when Biafra comes say, where are you from? We came from US. Americans, well done. You made us proud. Then your head will start to swell. The politicians that are encouraging you, the politicians that are funding you, the politicians that want you dead, have you ever asked yourself where your home is? May I remind you that there was something I said last time, that when you're leaving your home, when you're leaving your fatherland, you waved goodbye to your mother, your father, your brothers. And you put it like the models, those that apply the lorries, I shall return. I shall return. Where? To where? God's power. I shall return. It's coming to me very clearly that most of us, once here, don't think about home. Don't think about the people we live there. But you waved them goodbye and you said, Mama, Papa, big brother, small brother, I'm coming back. The same person that made that empty promise is the same person that is helping those that are political thugs, Those that are deceivers and scammers scam the remaining ones at home. You left because they did not make the condition conducive for you. Instead of fighting to correct the anomalies, you are aiding and abetting, supporting. For any Biafran, for any full-blooded Biafran to hold a broom and raise the symbol of APC is not a Biafran. For any particular political party named APC to thrive in Igbo land is a cause for alarm. You belong to a party that is Islamic and jihadist in existence, and you belong to them, and you call yourself a Biafran, and you are actually campaigning, corrupting the other ones to join you, to kill your people. This is the character of Biafrans. Let's say you belong to APC, not knowing their activities. If you know their activities, if you know they are responsible for Boko Haram, if you know they are responsible for ISIS in West Africa, if you know that they are responsible for Fulani harassment and cannot condemn them, why are you part of that political party? And you are in Biafra land. Be you PDP, be you APGA. My basic question is, what is the purpose of your political activity? We are telling you no election, and you're forming political activity. With that, let me shed light on some things. Attack by government on campaigners for APC, APG parties during rallies in Anambra killed 2, leave many injured. According to reports, the government also left several other persons injured and set ablaze a car belonging to a leader of Professor Chukwuma Soludo group. While the attack on the APC members took place during the party's rally at Uruago, Newi, the attack on the leader of one of the Soludo supporters group, Nelson Omenoga, took place at Nobi in the Demli South, local government area of the state. Reports that have it that one APC member whose identity could not be immediately ascertained was killed in the attack, with scores wounded, while the attack on the APGA chieftain took place in his hometown, Nobi. Whoever carried out that attack, I think you're beginning to understand the sense of urgency. These people will not respect you. These politicians will not respect you until you start telling them that they are oppressing you, until you start showing them that you don't want these activities in your environment. I think they will begin to question their activities. APC. Go to the north. Go and establish APGA. Let's see what will happen. Like in the days of NCNC, NPC, you name it, whatever their political parties were then, Northern People's Congress or whatever. I skipped my mind, but I'm not worried about it. We must look back and see what is happening to us. We are not interested in being wiped out. What we're interested is how to save ourselves. You've been hearing it, you're being wiped out, and you're not acting. For people of Ebonyi, you have become a target. You have become a target. And what they do is kill as many as possible. Let me give you two conflicts. We have the activities in US at the UN. Hear from a recipient of the $500 challenged. Hear from him. I don't know, I was just giving $500 to protest, and you are at home. You cannot even buy a loaf of bread. And these people are here giving strangers, owners of the US, $500 to come and give false information. And you are at home campaigning for election.
They give them money, they are not Nigerian. They get them paid. They got paid. And that's what Nigeria is. They brought from Nigeria, they brought fraud from Nigeria to America again. They brought fraud from Nigeria to America again. And you're happy. It's a shame. These people are ignorant because they live in Nigeria. So the Nigerian embassy, they call me to come and join me. So that we can get paid for $50. So that we can do this. This is fraud. I'm sorry. It's because I mean, to see my brothers defending a foreign government. That is why I'm like this. I am not committing any offense. I stand on the truth. I stand on the truth.
You heard the voices of those chanting One Nigeria. You can tell from their accent that they are American populace. Yes. And one of them they called, said they called me to come and they will pay me $50. He was supposed to be part of the maddened crowd, bribed crowd. He said, no, you can't bribe me. Everywhere they go, they bribe. They even bribe our IPOB members. If they can pay ordinary man, is it $500 or $50 just to come and say One Nigeria? How much do you think they can pay an IPOB member? Billions. To drown you, to undo your existence, and you will accept. You will accept. You have the big mouths. You have those that have sworn to oppose you. And I will continue to point out to you the activities of these Fulanis. They arrested, not that they don't even, they didn't even do anything to them. They said, this is one of those that sponsored Boko Haram. So what? What did you do to them? All the ones you arrested, have you publicized their punishment? Have you jailed them? Have the DSS put them in their dungeon? No, it's only your own son that your own people will betray and have him jailed. They want to use him as a political bargain, chip, with IPOB. It's not going to work. That your political madness will end somehow. If it is a political activity that yields dividend, it's a different story. But this is a political activity that its result is liquidating. Is that a political jamboree you want to belong to? They are telling you, the Fulanis are telling you that Nigeria belongs to them. Why can't you proudly say Biafra belongs to you and walk towards the existence of Biafra? They want your land. They are taking it over. They are enacting laws that will finish you, that will relieve you of your ancestral land. And you are there forming a political party of the same government that is tormenting you. It is madness. It is sickening. It is repulsive. It is condemnable. If you cannot stand and challenge these politicians, then something is up your sleeves. If you cannot stand tall, if you cannot stand firm and say, politicians will rebuke you, you're joking.
The forum observed that some northern state governors had earlier expressed views for a power shift to any three geopolitical zones in the south with a view to promoting unity and peace in the nation. Notwithstanding their comments, the forum unanimously condemned the statement by the Southern Governors Forum that the presidency must go to the south. The statement is quite contradictory with the provision of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, that the elected president shall A. score the majority votes, B. score at least 25% of the votes cast in 2/3 states of the Federation, C. in the case of run-up, simple majority will win the election. Number 6. The Northern State Governors Forum considered the ongoing national debate on collection of value-added tax, VAT. As responsible leaders, while we are concerned by the fact that the matter is sub judice, we, however, for the purposes of educating the public, make the following observations. A. The judgment of the Federal High Court calls to question the constitutionality of VAT, withholding tax, education tax, Niger Delta Development Commission, National Information Technology Development Agency, 13% derivation, National Economic Development Council, and many other currently levied and collected by the Federal Government of Nigeria and the Federal Inland Revenue Service. B. Rivers and Lagos State Government had enacted their own VAT laws, and the Southern Governors Forum have expressed support for this course of action. C. VAT is being confused by these state governments as a sales tax. If every state enacted its own VAT law, multiple taxation will result in increase of prices of goods and services and collapse in interstate trade. VAT is not a production tax like excise, but terminal tax which is paid by the ultimate consumer. D. Another confusion is ignoring observation above and its overall effect. The reason Lagos account for 50% VAT collection is because most of the telecommunication companies, banks, manufacturing and other training activities have their headquarters in Lagos, with the resultant and the wrongful attribution of VAT. E. Until and unless the Supreme Court pronounces judgment on the substantive matter between Rivers State and the federal government, the matter is sub judice, and Northern State Governors Forum would respect this. The forum took stock of progress made in handling challenges of banditry, kidnapping, armed robbery, and insurgency. After extensive deliberations, the following resolutions were arrived at. 1. The forum reviewed security updates from the region and observed the need for a sustained synergy and coordinated efforts between the federal and northern states governments while noting success of recent measures. The meeting also noted with concern the constraint of the security services and urged the armed forces to embark on simultaneous operations and resolve to share the plans of frontline states, come up with common strategy in the region, assured of readiness to work in synergy with the federal government of Nigeria in finding lasting solutions to the current security challenges. The forum appreciated the ongoing onslaught against banditry, kidnapping, and Boko Haram, especially in the northeast and parts of northwest and north central states, and encouraged the armed forces and other security agencies to sustain the tempo to enable the security challenges be permanently addressed in the shortest time. The forum decried the high level of conspiracy being perpetrated by some judicial officers in releasing or granting bail to arrested criminals. This attitude sabotages the fight against criminality. Therefore, there is the need to develop good and robust intelligence mechanism among states.
Just for your entertainment, you're looking for one Nigeria. Who is reading it? Fulani man. They are at the chair. They are the chairman. At every post, they are the ones heading it. They are telling you what they will accept and what they will not accept. Your own move is a move against the government. But their own Boko Haram, their own cattle herdsmen are in your villages. Understand what is happening to you. Anything that will benefit you, they don't want to hear it. Even value-added tax is a pain to them. Your educational allotments are nowhere as compared to what they have up north. As a matter of fact, they want you to shut down your schools. Any reasonable government cannot go into secondary school, universities, and start shooting sporadically. Question yourself. Examine your conscience. It's your freedom. If you understand what freedom is, fight for it. Demand for it. Spill blood for it. We are here enjoying that sacrifice by the Americans. We are here enjoying it. Talking about freedom. And at the same time, you stretch out your hand and accept bribe to scuffle freedom in your own fatherland. Not even freedom to stop enslavement of your brothers and sisters. You are here accepting bribe and deceiving others. It is painful. It is very, very painful. And We must stop it. We must do everything in our power to let our leader know that we did not disappoint him. We are with him. We understand what he has been telling us, and we will uphold it. This is what is expected of us, or from us.
All hands on deck. All hands on deck. All hands on deck. Brothers and sisters, don't be left out too. For this Obunga information, where all Biafran women worldwide and their gallant men, they come together. All Biafrans and lovers of freedom worldwide to schedule some meeting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, absolute freedom and definite plans to restore Biafra. This one, no be small one, no. Yes, so I beg my people, Papa, Mama, brother, sister, let's be log into this Zoom meeting on the 16th of October 2021, 12 p.m. Eastern Time or 4 p.m. Biafra time. The Zoom ID for this meeting is 82 52 82 57 47 9. I repeat, 82 52 82 57 47 9. The Zoom passcode now 806813. I repeat, Zoom passcode now 806813. I beg my Biafra people, make we not miss out for this one. This struggle will continue until Biafra is restored and our freedom is given to us. For more information, make you contact Mrs. Bridget Okafor for 2157 157709 or Reverend Father Augustine Odemegwa on 9173 0697 86 or Big Uncle Maxwell Dede on 97 87 28 83 26. You can still contact the Broben on 51 36 16 14 12 or Madam Rosemary Williams on 61 93 81 85 79 or Lady Azuka Chas on 80 19 28 46 29. Contact Mazi Abaragwe on 6462 365246. Contact Madam Beatrice Okezie on 3475 1779 34. Contact Mazi Uche Mbakwe on 3096 441888 or contact Madam Adam Naya Onwudiegu on 71 33 85 22 40 or contact Ndidi Egemono on 9048 594687. You can also contact Mrs. Christiana Dubu on 4439 8374 9.
Yes. Women on the 29th, starting from tomorrow in London. It will be a 3-day event, 29, 30, and the 1st of October. Biafran Women's Rally in London. Be a part of it. Even the good ones, we are in the same boat. We are now exiting. You can also. It's the masses. It's the crowd that attracts attention. One person shouting, you say he's crazy. When the masses are shouting, you say something is wrong. The voice of a lonely person, of a lonely voice, is not regarded. Then when it becomes the voice of the masses, people listen. ISN's contribution, www.ipobinUSA.org/donate. They need upkeep.
Now
who talk say we know they come back again. We they come back bigger, stronger, and better. This time around, my brother, indigenous people of Biafra IPOB don't come again with Obungalicious, acrobatic, dumpakalakoshik movement action. This one go break everywhere. Now earthquake, in they come. This earthquake, they different types. So the first one go come, the second one go come, the third one go come, and the one will go turn the zoo upside down, and we go make the world vibrate. They come. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, the country people of Biafra on 1st of October. This announcement is so important that you must carry your seat, carry your page, carry everything, come around. Don't sit down, come here waiting with the talk. For 1st October, nothing like march past, nothing like anything, nothing like a movement in Biafra land. No school go march past, no motor go run. Na total lockdown, sit at home. On that day, 1st October, any school, any motor, we try anything where you see, now your fault. We no one see fly. We no one see your power for road. We no one see your good. We no one see any shop or street open. After we don't talk, people will say, okay, now so they did. As in they talk now, oh, up there. Then he gamara no do up there on this one. When we they talk now, and let me tell you exactly what thing will happen. From that 1st of October, we no one see any zoo land for any building, for any establishment, for any school, for any church, anywhere at all, except for bank. Draw your ear. The only place where we live say, make this zoo flag remain, na banks. Any other place, no more. Here and now, if we catch you, you go do salute, you go do march past. The school we go deal with them, the principal we go deal with them, the motorway carrier we go deal with them. Because now we don't come out, we say we don't come out. If they say we don't go back, we never go back. Because if Lala is right now, so they bring this notice to me. This message they come from the indigenous people of Biafra, the owners of the land, the original owners of the land, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the man that have refused every nonsensical nonsense and garbage from the zoo with the tail.
My country people of Biafra, una really don't know how on a day. I know say everybody they can quit. I beg make una listen to this very important proper announcement where they come from the indigenous people of Biafra under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, alias Ohamadike and Abawadike is one of Biafra land. First, we thank una well, all Biafrans waiting for diaspora and for Biafra land inclusive. For how Natanda, for our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back, observe this Monday sit at home. It don't show say this in gospel. They don't write them for everybody heart now. As the Bible say, time go come when the gospel they no go write them for tablet again of our heart. And now so the gospel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they don't write them for our heart. Everybody now don't know the truth. Let make una follow them. Say unless they release them, issue na dey ebunu. Whether rain they fall, whether sun they shine, we understand. Now we understand. And true, no na papa born una well. The blood of una papa will be from Biafra. They flow for una pen. We the thank una well. We they come up our car for una. Wherever una day. Go to men, go to women, go to children, go to pikin. Every short who I go call yourself. Everybody with the thank una. But I beg make una listen. You know say this time when we don't enter. Na injury time. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, don't talk and say no more Monday sit at home. Nobody go come himself again for house for Monday. Everybody go in work. Anytime where we want to sit at home, like the one where we do for 14th September this month, where the Saboteurs Day, we go alone and everybody go observe them. Once again, we want thank you for the solidarity we una don't show. I beg, no more Monday sit at home. Una no say some people don't turn the thing to another thing. Then the gidigam it comes kill some people. They come, they call them ESN and IPOB. All these ones now evil men. We no fool at all. I beg. The ear where they hear, you know, big like Nama ear or elephant ear. The seat at home, we don't pause them. As our onion to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Hamadike one, about the Kizu, Abagaria, they thank everybody for joining hands. Chukwu Kikabiama, this is making bless you now. This message, they come from the indigenous people of Biafra. Anybody, when we catch, when we see, they intimidate people, they harass people, they do anything. Send them on the sit at home. Now, IPOP, they do. If we catch you, we go tell you, say, no be only hot water, they kill tortoise. You get so many things where they kill tortoise. Hear them now. Because I know, say, una be wise people. To be forewarned, not to be forearmed. We love you.
Oh, yes. The phone line is open now, but wait till it sounds his alarm. Oppression. The symbol of oppression are the politicians. Symbol of oppression, the flag. The politicians uphold the destructive policies of the government that is supposed to be government of the people, for the people, by the people. It's not being upheld by the politicians. The flag is a symbol of oppression. We don't belong to the slavery issue. The enslavement of Biafrans, that green, white, green, is a symbol of domination. It's a symbol of oppression. It's a symbol of enslavement. We don't belong to that. Therefore, we don't want it in our territory. We are free people. We are the indigents. It is a symbol of Royal Niger Company and Britain, executed and carried out by the Fulanis and their political agents. We reject it. And we must be very, very focused. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. Then, not the least, those police people killing innocent people. The people of Ebonyi witnessed that yesterday. Caller, your name and where you're calling from?
Oh, Mazi, good afternoon. This one was, I just shoot straight, get you today.
Good morning from
Thank
here.
you for giving me this opportunity. My name is Simon, and we're calling from America State.
Go ahead.
Hello, Mazi, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Much folks try to bless, bless our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wherever he may be, guide him and protect him, give him more strength. No matter the intimidation, the temptation they are putting him to guide him, give him courage to withstand it. At last, victory will be ours. And protect every IPOB family member anywhere you are. Imagine of good I pray. Amen. Mazi, it seems that is going on now. Well, I'm just coming in. I don't even know your topic, but I'll say something about what is going on in Biafra land and the threats and the born and rule mentality of the Fulani. I don't know if you have ever seen the communique of the northern leaders, what they are saying about the VAT issue in that country. That's why some people ask me to see remain in one Nigeria, to see fight one Nigeria. I tell them, I wish you to born or have a child that will be 58 years in Beside. You have anybody telling you to become Nigeria or to be in one Nigeria. You are praying to have an imbecile child. Now to up to 58 years to see be a baby. This Fulanis, I don't know what they think they are. I don't know who they think they are. It is because of some of our people that have reduced themselves to zero. Some of them are women to them to get political power, to get favor, to get contracts. But that's not what we're here. Mazi, some people I had an opportunity to listen before I called. That is the next thing that makes me to call. Because some of them think that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu start doing what he's doing today. Like most of us, we have tried to be the best Nigerians, to be one Nigerian, make it to be anything good. But at last, what do you get from one Nigeria? Shit. The first time, not the first time, I think my second time of visit to UK, this was around 2006. Like that. I met this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in UK. I think it was, that kind of rally. Because I started going to rally since 2000 far back 2223 in Austria. That is when I saw this leader. I didn't know the first time I had Martin when somebody introduced me to listen to Radio Biafra until I met him. I saw him in UK campaigning for one Nigeria. I think this Africa. But some people don't know it. Go and serve the zoo and come back with shame. That is a cause. That is by the way. What I am saying is this: we cannot continue to recycle failure. Today is best day of Nigeria. Tomorrow will be worse. Mazi, what we got to do is, what are we going to do very fast to free ourselves from Nigeria?
Thank you so much.
Every Nigeria is owned almost 600,000 per capita as a foreign debt. We are slaves as long as we remain in Nigeria. Mazi, thank you for giving me this opportunity already.
Thank you. I'm going to make a comment on you. You call, you don't know the topic. Every time you call, you don't know the topic. But what interests me is that you're always around the topic of the day. So kudos to you. Kudos to you. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Yes, Mazi, did you hear me, sir?
Go ahead.
Okay, sir. Mazi, you need to talk to phone.
Got the phone, go.
I just said, Mazi, the speaker. Mazi, everything that has a beginning has an end. Biafra all over the world. Get prepared. Prepare your heart and remain formidable. All the Biafrans all over the world, may the God Almighty to His blessing dwell on every one of us. And remain formidable. Our God is a living God. It's not a dead God. He's the creator of heaven and earth. And we, the Biafrans, as a race, we bear His name. And we said to the whole world that we must say this. There is nothing. Madam, there is not but there. That's the secret of them. It's what that. Madam, it's not a word. I know that we should tell them for my kind of a way. I know. I not taking that. Makafula never did that. Fulani. Up you want to come to our land and kill. Yes, Fulani. When I listen to Goya today, when I see what that man is there. Different human, tell you now. And all the people where they talk by Goya. Fulani, before 21st of this very October, when we dey enter, where the entrance of state to give you people, we can release that their stadium. Fulani, if you don't release our leader, we are coming to Abuja to make sure that no living state exists in Abuja. It is not a threat, it's a promise. All the government in Biafra land, take a big around this place. All the religious leaders in Biafra land, take a big around this place. If you know you're a Biafran soldier in military, any forces, any nation in the whole world, make you remember your land. Do it today, come back here, come and defend your land first. No party will take our land from us. We are here, the city generation. Every day has mandated us that we must return our Lord back. My name is Okechukwu. I'm from home, I want to protect Biafra land. I dey come from other places. Everybody they come and get away, monkey. Revelation, chapter 1, and Revelation, chapter 2, from verse 1 to 10. All the religious leaders. You see that yourself there. If you don't bring all the religious leaders, not there to pay from that. We are giving you people from that to that to defend. No governor, no religious leader from there from here there to live. We kill our people. Useless. It's just everywhere. You are up to there. You are still never running on a host. According to second address, chapter 15, from verse 1 to end. United Nations, end. The world power, that's not the end. What is about the country people cannot consider it. I love Biafra today. I release Nnamdi Kanu before 21st of October. But if you people dare us, you see 1st October, we'll show people an example. Biafra all over the world. When I see Esther chapter 9 from verse 1 to according to Esther. They prophesy that there will be a time in the broad daylight. We will be massacring everybody. Fulani, Esther chapter 9. Fulani and away. Fulani. If we turn it crash, on the bottom of that stadium, our leader said, if you turn it crash on his body, before that 21st, if I don't bring it, that 21st, I cannot bring it now. When I no Fulani, I cannot go stand that down. We will kill all of you, Fulani. Total of Sokoto, their head will come back here. Obasanjo, their head is coming back. You think, Babangida, you go on. All of you that massacred us in 1967, we are here to make useless idiot. Tout ça, maintenant, vous l'avez pris, mais là, donc, on a la ligne, tu t'es gagné, tu t'es gagné, tu t'es gagné, tu t'es gagné, moi, il y a des gens qui ont repris ma ligne, like, Lord, Nafo, Namco, yeah, that's the ticket, not that, oh, yeah, Biafra.
You're a regular caller. You defy the rules. You defy the rules, and that is English. Call out your name and where you calling from.
My name is Kisi Mazi Nnamdi. I'm calling from Morocco. Mazi Nnamdi. I say Jishike. Mazi Nnamdi Jishike.
Welcome.
Jishike Nnamdi Jishike. Makachile na okwu ekwu na-emetụ m n'obi, ọ na-emetụkwanụ ụlọ akpamachi akpata ndị oyi n'ahụ maka Chineke nna, maka ndị na-asị na ha amahụ ya tọpik were ebe a na-akwụ $50-60 na-enye ndị ga-agobi ga-apụta ka ha bịa sọpọtụ ọ na-anaghị ndị a na-egbu na within our own IPOB, how much did we go to collect? Billions. Good and fine, my brother. Open a very good advice to everybody, my dear brother. Okay. And my own advice again to our Eastern Security Network, my dear brother, they should stop snapping pictures, even driving or dressing to their hometown, even eating with their mother. Immediately join that struggle, my dear brother. Cut off all this relationship. My dear, I want some people that will come and talk about, let the DOS handle that issue. Then the rest will come and talk about how radio is going to talk in Abaya. Nobody is talking, only one person. Only one person coming out here is like, and everybody wants to do an error to accuse him that he stole or let others comment. Let them know those people that live in the Facebook and YouTube. Let them talking about that radio. Calling is a free donation, so that we do it without people waiting Alhambra or Imo to do their own. We will help. That is it. My dear brother, Jishika, my brother, keep it on, my dear. Thank you, my brother. God bless you. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Thank you very much. And that's the way we are. That is the way we are. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Your name and where you calling from.
Yeah, thank you very much for picking my call, and thank you for everything. I don't have anything to offer. You've said it all. There is no long sermon in every evening service. Now, I just want to pray into the directions of our leader that we should be praying every day one psalm. And as we all know, that today is 120 days that our leader gave us to read, which is Psalm 120. That is what we're going to read today, and we're going to pray. I don't want to take much of our time. The psalm is from verse 1 to 7. It has only 7 verses. So right now, we'll go straight to the point and leave the stage for callers. Now, it is written in the book of Psalm 120. It says, in Biafran distress, we call you Chukwukabiama, and you heard us immediately. Deliver our souls from Fulani, from saboteurs, from politicians in Biafra land, Chukwukabiama, from every lying lips that are accusing IPOB and Biafra, and even our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and from the deceitful tongues of all of them globally. What shall be given to you, or what shall be done to you, you false tongue, sharp arrows of the warrior, with coats of the broom trees? Woe is me, that we deliver that we dwell in Meshach, that we dwells among the tents of Kedar. Our souls, Biafran, has dwelt too long in Nigeria, the zoo, with one who hates peace, which is Nigeria. They hate peace, and they always cause for peace. And we are for peace, but when we speak, Biafrans are for peace, but when we speak, it is for war. This is the word of our leader. Every time he made mentions of this very verse of the scripture, it is in this book of Psalm 120 verse 7. It says, when he speaks, people thought that his word is for peace, but it is for war. Now I want to pray that Chukwukabiama will make the word of our mouths a burning fire, and all our enemies a wood, so that when we speak, the word will consume them. Therefore, Chukwukabiama, thou King of kings and thou Kings of glory, the ancient of days, the youngest old man, unchangeable changer, unfallible God, the ever-keeping covenant God, the man that speaks a word and it comes to pass. Therefore, our Father, this very hour, this is 120 days that we have started reading this very psalm, so Lord. We are not reading the word of Satan, neither do we read the words of the idols, or do we read the words of the evil men or women, or words from the occultic kingdom. But this is your word, which you respect so much. We read and we believe and we pray with it. Therefore, Abba Father, remember your word. You said that you are infallible God, that you are a God of covenants. Therefore, remember all the promises that you promised our forefathers concerning Biafran restorations, concerning our leader that is under incarcerations, and Biafrans that are still in prison because they speak that they need freedom. My Father, it is written in the book of Jeremiah 33 verse 27. 32 verse 27 it says, is there anything too hard for you to do? And I've checked around. The last time I checked, I found out that nothing is too hard for you to do. You just speak a word and it begins to manifest. Therefore, I urge you right now to speak that word. That the zoo will tremble. That the zoo will shake. That the zoo will collapse and disintegrate. That at the end our leader will be released for us. Because we are praying that our leader has no case in any court. He did not commit any crime. It is only man that committed a crime that has a case to answer. And you said, who made the zoo a judge over your anointing? Therefore, my God, I want to remind you of your word, which says in the book of Psalm 103 from verse 13 to 15. It said that when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is under your assignment, moving from one nation to another, from one country to another people, that you permitted nobody to do him wrong, and you rebuked the zoo and the world at large for his sake. He said, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. Now, the zoo have defied your word. Therefore, do to them as it pleases you, because they're supposed to know that we serve the God, the living God that speaks and it works. They will call you Otokonadu. Release our leader. Father, if they refuse to release our leader unconditionally that is under extrajudicial renditions, Father, put Nigeria into a perpetual problem that they cannot be able to come out. That they will owe until the entire country that borrowed them will come and take over the Nigeria. Why Biafrans will be free? Therefore, our Father, we say thank you. Because you have answered. We give you glory because when we speak, it is for war. Release your war in the kingdom of darkness, even in the zoo, as they are preparing for Anambra election. Do not allow them to understand each other. May they continue to kill themselves one after the other because they are our problems. Let the earth work against them. Let the ground work against them. May they never gather for unity, but may they gather for pieces. In the name of Chukwukabiama, I pray. Thank you. He said, Mazi, I hand over microphone back to your studio. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The call number is +1 484 0848 +1 484 767 0848. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Dr. Mazi Nnamdi.
Welcome and good morning.
Yes, thank you, Mazi. Good afternoon from Biafra land. Yes, Mazi Nnamdi continue to guide you and protect you for this good work that you are doing for us, for our great nation, Biafra. And our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Hamadike one of Africa. The only man who said no to the Janjaweed, that you cannot confuse me, you cannot take what is in my own land and give back to me, or he is the only man that said no. May Chukwukabiama continue to protect and guide him, and give him more wisdom,
And those that are praying for him to die, they will be the one to see their grave. Because what happened in the days of Daniel, Chukwu Kitabiama will repeat it for our leader in the name of Chukwu Kitabiama. You say? Yes, Dr. Mazi Nnamdi on the clip that you played. You know, Nigeria is what? 419 Wayo. That is Nigeria. And everybody should supposed to know this by now. Any reasonable person, if anybody at all in Nigeria, but Mazi Nnamdi, what is killing us is not small, you know. The cowardice in us is very, very much. And we must come out of it with the Biafran race. Because as I'm speaking now, those Biafrans listening to me, Mazi Nnamdi, they should listen. We must agitate for our freedom, for the freedom of Biafran nation, and for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did nothing wrong. He was only fighting for our own freedom. He was only saying no to the enemy, that you cannot come to my land and kill my brothers and my sisters, and you kill my father and you kill my mother. He is the only man that he say no to the evil in Nigeria. So we must campaign for his freedom, and Fulani must release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and those idiotic governors and politicians in our land, because they are the ones that kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. They are the ones that kidnapped our leader. They must release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because Mazi Nnamdi, if they did not release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi, we are in Biafra land here. Here that we and them, you see, one trouser will not even contain we and those politicians in our land, because they are the reason why we are suffering. They are the ones killing us, because it's not the Fulani that is killing us, it's this governor that is bringing the Fulani to kill us. So they must release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so fast and so quick, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did nothing wrong. They must release him. You see the 1 month, that 1 month lockdown that our head of state give. Okay, I know that they should know that we are not joking. The Nigerian government and those idiotic politicians in our land, they should know that we have not come here to joke or Instagram. We are not come here to speak grammar. Rather, we are going to take our freedom force ahead, without we are not looking back. Thank you, Mazi Nnamdi.
Thank you very much. That is the truth. These politicians are not thinking about you, and they will never think about you. What happened in Ebony yesterday, the thing that gets to me is their muteness. How they are mute whenever atrocities are carried out on Biafrans, regardless of what state. Each and every one of these politicians is mute, cannot say anything. Then what gives you the courage to come and start campaigning that you want to be part of those who we identify as our problem? How? Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good afternoon from there.
Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you very much, my big brother, Mazi. I take you and I take your worldwide, and I take our leader. Mazi, it's your brother. I'm calling you from UK here. Mazi, this question goes to you. Very, very important, because I want to know. In any country you live, you have to know exactly how to follow what is happening there. Now, if you look at that question that guy asked, was telling the whole world that Nigerian government has bring fraud in America. He keeps shouting it, and the whole world has seen it. American politicians have seen it. American government has seen it. That Nigerian government have bring fraud in America. Now, this question goes to you, Mazi. Now, anyhow, does it mean that, because I know when things happen, the American politicians, the senators, they went to their houses and talk about it. I want to ask, does it mean that they didn't see that tape, they didn't see that video that when Nigerian government was bribing people, even in America, Bank of America, where they were sharing that money, people were trooping in. Does it mean that are they not going to say something about it? I'm just asking you people that live here.
I will give you the answer. I will give you the answer.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if charges are filed for money laundering.
Yes.
Nigeria is good at money laundering, and they have done it here in the US. And don't be surprised if charges are filed. If actually we descend on this activity, it will be looked at. But another thing is that is their own free will. They may or they may not have committed a crime. It is what the legal system will look at to bribe people to misrepresent what is not happening. So it depends on the aspect of the law that they defied, and let's see what will happen. So that's what it is. We accuse them of. Go ahead.
Yeah, the reason why I was putting this into you, I want to know if that thing is not a crime in America, because it's a big crime. For me, it's a crime. Another country coming to a whole America, does it mean that America has become a quasi country? America that stop, they say that they stop crime, and they see that type of fraud because it's a fraud. Nigerian government is bribing individuals to come and protest for a murderer in American soil, and they saw the video where they were paying money and people are trooping in, their citizens are trooping in and collecting $500 to come and protest. I want to ask the American lawmaker, is that not a crime? Man, these people that live here, I want to know. We need to ask the American government and their senators.
I gave you the reply. I gave you the answer. The lawyers will look into it. They have a system. Oh, they have a way they do things.
We need to follow. Thank you, Mazi. We need to follow it up because it's a crime. Our people don't understand what is a crime. Sometimes when you see something, you don't push it up and you overlook it. But we need to follow it up and let them tell us, or if it's not a crime. Then if it's not a crime, then we are going to know. Mazi, thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you very much. It is somehow very, very tacky, the extent to which they will cross the line. You bribe the population to come and demonstrate. If the government wants to look at it, they'll look at the way of corrupting their citizens. Promoting money laundering, bribery and corruption. They will look at it. There are some lawyers that will, if you don't want to make an issue with that, they can actually sue the government of the zoo, for false representation. And it's like hiring some people to come and demonstrate. You're paying them for their services. But the thing is, what services are they rendering? Is it a false service? Something that doesn't exist. Then they will defy the law. Then they will abuse the law. Then you say they have committed a crime. False representation. When you misrepresent something, it's a crime. If there's no peace, if there's no one, and you are bribing people to come and say you're one, that means you're trying to deceive the world that all is well, that is not well. So I'm not a lawyer, and so that falls to the category of the attorneys and the lawmakers. And then it depends on the way they look at it. So that's that. It can go either way. It's not a very strong issue to be looked at. But one thing it denotes is that Nigeria is good at bribery and corruption, money laundering. It is the capital of the world. The capital of the world. Money laundering, bribery, and corruption. You pay your way. You don't work, but you pay your way. to obtain your objective. Now you see why it will never move. You see why Nigeria will never progress. They don't work hard to achieve a good result. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. There are some clips that some ads that have not run yet, and I can't seem to find them. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. So when they're that way, you can't easily find them. People. We must be very steadfast. The sit at home October 1st, remember, is the beginning of dismantling of the symbol of slavery, domination. That is the beginning of it. Everything that will have an end will have a beginning. And this is the beginning. The beginning of all those operations. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Yes, good morning, Dr. Alozia.
Welcome, Ben.
Thank you for your wonderful program. There's a crime that is committed here, there's no doubt about it. Now, every money you pay somebody in the United States, you must be legal in that people have to pay taxes on income. You cannot come from a different country to the United States and then you employ people to work for you without the proper procedure whereby that money will be declared as an income by the people that are receiving it. You are paying cash under the table. It's against the law. Number two, again, false representation. When you give money to people, you are a foreigner, you come to the United States, and you are bribing American citizens to come and forcefully represent the fact that is happening in another country. It is a crime. Unless our people, as usual, do not want to follow up anything. Just like I'm so dismayed by the demonstration that was going on during the most important time in the United States. The UN, United Nations presence here. There was nothing done by IPOB. I have been to Washington D.C. twice this year. I went to New York to demonstrate. 3 demonstrations this year. And when it comes to the time that it's very vital, for us to be seen, for us to be heard, so there is no doubt that crime was committed here. It's only when the government is unaware of it, or you did not follow it up. Government is not going to follow it up unless they see the hue and cry of the mass. Then the law should be enforced. Just like when they sold the Tucano aircraft to Nigeria. Undercover, or not even undercover. If you fail to open your mouth and complain, if you're affected by it, then nobody will say anything. But once you complain, that's what makes America different. The law, once you break any law and people expose that law that is broken, you're not getting away with it. The full weight of the law is going to fall on it. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, Ben. I think you know where we're going. We want to point out to the people that crime was committed. And the policy of the Nigerian establishment is that of bribery, corruption, money laundering. And you see it taking place in broad daylight. And it's done at a bank institution. So like I said, it's a double-edged sword. We have to take that up. And we have the evidence. Where people openly, it's only in Nigeria, where they openly defy the law, corrupting innocent Americans to deceive them that all is well. And I don't know the process through which they document their financial activities. It's like campaign money. Are they authorized to campaign here? What is their mission? All we are saying is bribery and corruption took place, masterminded by a foreign government in the whole United States. So they are the ones that will take up the matter, and we are the ones to alert them and let them see if crime was committed. And that is why I raised the issue of presence of our people in the area where it counts and when it counts. Coming out to be noticed. When one man says something, one voice is usually being drowned. And people look at that individual as crazy. As crazy. Call out your name and where you calling from. Call out your name and where you calling from.
Good afternoon, Mazi Nnamdi.
Good morning from here.
I'm calling from my location.
You're calling from where?
I'm calling from my location.
All right, welcome. Go ahead.
Nigeria have finished even before the war. Do you know some of our people here, because of 15,000 naira, they'll be selling their people out on the hand of DSS and police? Example, something happened in Gwarimpa today. Because of the Shai Tiala, they are doing their protests. Army and police came up and they're shooting people. And the world leader knows all those things. So if I may say, preaching about our struggle, I don't think it's going to help us. By God's grace, by 1st of October, then we take a movement. By then, they will know that we are serious over this struggle. And two, what I want to beg everybody, especially those of you in top office in this struggle, I need peace and unity, and let us have one mind to fight for this battle. Because they are taking so many dimensions. Look at things is getting costlier. Cooking gas is getting costlier. No money, nothing. Dollar is 580, which you weigh. And people are dying every day because of hardship. If you go to the hospital, nothing is moving. If you see of the police, the politicians, you see them with different cars because their kids are abroad. They are eating and enjoying themselves there. And we people are dying in this place. Look at the way we pay the NEPA bill here. So there's a problem in this country called Nigeria. So what I'm trying to say is that the most important thing is to have a one mind in this movement. And coming on the air, some of our people telling this person is doing this and doing this right, bad. We need to, then you guys need to come to the table and discuss about this instead of coming to the online, because they are knowing our weaknesses, knowing that there's a problem between. Like Boko Haram, they used to have an issue, but we don't know where they're settling their matter or where they're having the matter. I think this is the time we need to have a focus, and this is time we need to continue with our struggle. May God bless Nnamdi Kanu. Nothing will happen with you wherever you are. May God bless you. Bless all Biafra, both in home and abroad. And they will want you.
They will. Thank you very much. It is a well made observation, and that is the way it is. We must always look at things critically. And when you talk about the politicians, we reject them. They don't represent us. And since they don't represent us, we cannot accommodate them. Their policy is anti-Biafra, anti-survival, just for a political gain. It doesn't bode well with us. We expect them to be our representatives. We expect them to be our mouth. But they are not. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Your name and where you're calling from. You have a faulty line, it's reconnecting and then it dropped. Sorry. You can call back, but as far as I know, that line dropped. Because I see from here. You're saying reconnecting and then it dropped. The politicians who fail to learn from what is happening outside the wall are incompetent. They are not devoted politicians. They don't have a bright agenda for you. They don't have your progress in mind. And since that's the case, you have to take the bull by the horn. We don't hate them. We don't hate nobody. But we are telling the truth. We are saying what we know. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here. Your volume is very low. Your volume is very, very low. No. You're not audible. Your volume is very... It seems like you're talking away from your mic. So it's best you redial. The first one, your mic dropped. The second one is not audible. So see what else you can do. I forgot where I was. So our people, the politicians, must reroute their journey. They should change direction. That's the way I see it. Call out your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, Mazi.
Good morning from here. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning. All of us are freedom and all IQBs throughout the whole world around there, and all Biafra. My name is Mazi Nnamdi is here again. May the Almighty Elohim bless every one of us and protect us, especially Opa Bara the Fulani, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Your days will be long. In the name of Elohim, I pray.
Yes.
Mazi, please. There is this thing, that's what I saw on Sunday about rallying that Chukuma did them. In that rally, the multitude of people were there. And we said that there is nothing like a campaign or this thing or election in Anambra State or in Igbo land. But I believe that because of inability for our people or the radio to reach to our people, that cost it. And many of them did not know, did not hear. So I am begging Okereke and the others who are in charge of the radio to make sure that the radio is talking everywhere. Especially, a lot of people have been complaining that in 3 months now, although compared to our town, down there. They have been complaining that it's 3 months now. They have not been. They had their meeting on Sunday. They said no radio at all. So they should make sure that although the radio is talking in Olo, please, they should try up of it because that is the heart of this problem. That's the heart of the problem where Ozadimba is killing. They should make sure that the radio reaches there. And I think the radio reach everywhere. People really have attended to this rally on Sunday like the way I saw it. I witnessed everything. So that is number one. 2 is coastal region. Coastal region. I want to tell you people today that saying that you are not Igbo, or Igbo is your problem. Igbo people are not your problem, but Igbo people want to save you people. Because how a Fulani man didn't know you people as a Fulani, they did not take you people as Yoruba or Didua. They all call every one of us Ibibio, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, Rivers, Bayelsa, Delta. They always call us Igbos because that was the time my friend from Calabar wanted to take a house in Lagos. He went and he said that I don't want to give Igbo. He said that's what told him that he is from Akwa Ibom. He said no, I don't want to give Igbo. I don't want to give the house to Igbo. So they all call us Igbo. For you to separate yourself that you are not Igbo, you are just doing yourself hard. And this rain that I'm trying to rain, if you people continue like that, this rain will swallow everybody. It will swallow everybody. So I'm begging all of you to come out in full mass. This sit at home on October. Let all of us, for all of us that are Eastern region, let all of us participate so that we will achieve this freedom. Let everybody participate. And I am begging everyone in the diaspora to call your people in the village. Tell them that there is a sit at home and the flag it will not flag from Friday, last Friday, that will remove every flag in every institution. Call your people and notify them so that they will know what is going on. That is our duty. That's our main duty to do. I honor that he said that if you want to protect, we should go to Abuja. These people don't want us live. They don't want us to live. So that we can go to Abuja and protect people so that they will shoot everybody. They will kill everybody. Biafrans know fully well that this Ohanese don't want our existence. As the whole thieves and the killers that you people call leaders, they are not leaders, they are killers. As all of them hate you people, the politicians hate you people, so the Ohanese hate you people. You say we should go to Abuja and protest so that they will finish everybody the way going. The people, the terrorists, they call bandits, will now round everybody up and defeat everybody. That is what our Ohanese want. So we did not person that will come to talk about freedom of Biafra. So let us come together, use one mind, one heart, one voice, so that we will achieve this thing. Mazi, God bless you. Thank you very much. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I understand what you said. But the coastal region, they're in it. They're with us. Like I always say, I can excuse them because the radio wasn't reaching there. Now that they are receiving, some of them are receiving the broadcast. You see a change of attitude. You see, when Iguacha was functioning, their response was different. A message received is a message sent. If you send a message and if it wasn't received, you didn't send anything. So it's our task to ensure that those in the coastal region are in need, that they understand what is going on. And at the same token, I expect some of them in a better position to help with the radio. You know. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
I'm calling from.
Yeah, you sound better now. Go ahead. Kelechuku, go ahead.
Our radio is not talking. Our radio is not talking in anything.
In Enugu.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's we are just talking on that right now. So, okay, it's listening. Whatever it is, remember these radios do break down. So we are working on them. Thank you. Caller, your name and where you calling from? Go ahead.
Emmanuel is my name. I'm calling from Emmanuel. I'm calling from Port Harcourt, Iguacha here. Long time, sir. God bless you, people.
Welcome.
Yes, like what I'm saying, I know one day Nigeria will fall down.
Are you receiving, Emmanuel, are you receiving the broadcast in Iguacha?
Yes, I am. Yes, very clear. It's just like you are receiving normal radio. Very clear.
Very good.
It's more than 1 week now.
Very good.
Very clear. You people go bless you. Yes, very clear. I enjoy it. Go in my house.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like what happened now? Yes. Like what happened? Forget what is happening. Go just judge all of them. Like this man called like Mohammed. Go my man no go and polish. Everything is doing. You will see the reward. Let me see them. Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
What is happening now? I love you people. God will surely bless you people. Anything they talk, they will come and use it. Like my brother in Benin. Thank God for my brother in Benin. My brother say that they are still receiving the child, the Radio Biafra in Benin. My brother called me. Say Benin, because I'm from my dad from Edo State. My mom from Agbo, Delta. He say Benin, that call they say Biafra. Benin, they're not from Nigeria. They want to join. God bless you people. I love because since 2010 I lost my job, no job until now. I cannot be happy. How can I be happy as an electrician? If you don't enter the Ugboni society, you cannot get job at all. God bless you people. I love you people. God will surely come. Our leader will be released in Jesus' name.
He said.
Thank you, sir.
He said. This is one of the best report I've gotten so far because we are not receiving. Iguacha is up. Angry man or hang on wherever you are, whoever knows him, please. I have his phone number, but it's not here. That's where I wrote it, but it's not here. You know, angry man or hang on. It's like regular callers. We take them for granted. We take these people for granted, but when they stop calling, you start wondering. There's something that make up an environment, a community. There are certain landmarks. There are certain things you see when you see them here. That's the place. People like Angry Man Hangram. You know, when he comes on the air, he has his own style. He has his own style. We miss them. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Hello, good evening, Mazi.
Good morning from here.
I'm from Enugu. Radio Biafra is talking in Enugu. It's on in Enugu. I'm not in Enugu. Talking to you now. And the radio is on. And somebody said radio is not on. Which side of Enugu he is? Radio is on in Enugu. Radio Biafra is on.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Every part of Enugu will receive the broadcast. We are coming gradually. We are expanding. Orani is receiving it. Enugu is receiving it. Asab is receiving it. We are expanding. Iguachi is receiving it. We will get to every home. It's a promise. They don't like you. They don't love you. They don't care about you. But they have all the posts and positions. But your children cannot have a gainful employment. They strip you of your resources and use it to bribe people abroad. Don't you see that they don't mean you well? Don't you see that you are a slave? Don't you see that you don't count? Don't you see what the future holds for you? They must release our leader. When you keep quiet, the evil, the corruption, the danger multiplies. When you raise an alarm, when you challenge it, then they will understand that you know that they are evil. Caller, your name and where you're calling from?
Please, from Tessa, from Oak Eaton.
Welcome.
Please, we have not been receiving our radio there in Eaton. They can promised me that Eaton will soon get it, Abba and Uzakol. And up to now, Eaton hasn't got it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We're expanding. We're expanding, so you will get it. We are expanding.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Continue. God bless you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you. It's something that we expand. We install here. We check it over and over again. Then we install the next one. So people should exercise patience. More are receiving as compared to less that weren't receiving. So if we link it up the way we want to, if this falls short, you'll be getting reception from the next one. Not necessarily directly from yours. So that is the plan. Put it, if this one fails, you can get it from the next door neighbor. And we are coming towards the end of the broadcast. And tomorrow, Ungwa program, they will be on. The Ungwa program. Our program is meant to reach the core people, our own people. What I mean by our own people, our mothers and fathers, people in the village. Like I said, when the radio is said and done, I would like to people from the coastal region to, also hold their own show. Gather yourself together, come on the show, and reach your people. Reach your people. We are open. This is what this radio is all about. Inclusive, not exclusive. You rather not exclude yourself and say you're not included. Because people are fond of that, excluding themselves and then point accusing finger on you. And they give you a clue. If you want to be bright, be bright. If you want to shine, shine. Let yourself be who you say you are. Then we know who we are dealing with. Like I said, we are coming to the end of this broadcast, and don't let the politicians deceive you. Don't let them confuse you. Let your no be no, and let your yes be yes. It is you. Trust yourself. Do not be afraid. And let them cry. And let them tell you whatever they want to tell you about Abuja. They have Enugu, they have Igocha, they have Aba, they have Imo. That is Owerri. They have Calabar. They have Umuahia. These are major cities that you can turn to Abuja when Biafra comes. If you want us to be enslaved because of your mansion in Abuja, you are evil. You put your mansion there. Nobody forced you to. And we will not die because of your mansion, because our lives are more valuable than your mansion. So that is the way we look at it. So when you're beating the drum of one Nigeria, we must know why. So that is the way we look at it. So when you're beating the drum of one Nigeria, we must know why.